before.
You have two new items that you need to try. First, meet the Pickle Jack Sandwich. We're taking tender smoked ham and melted pepper jack cheese, piled high with our signature pickle fries. It's crunchy, spicy, and smoky as well. And if you need to warm up, how about some smokehouse chili? It's not your average recipe. It's loaded with our famous chopped burnt ends and savory sausage. And don't forget carryout, which you can order at smokehousebbq.com. Visit Smokehouse Barbecue in Independence, Zona Rosa, and Gladstone. It's Smokehouse Barbecue. Look, we all have those moments where we have to say no. No to a round of golf, no to a long walk, or even just no to getting out of the chair because your knees or your back aren't cooperating. But as we head into vacation season, think about the people waiting for you to say yes. Your family, your friends, they want the real you back, the one who isn't sidelined by chronic pain. I want to help you turn that corner. At QC Kinetics, they specialize in regenerative treatments that get you back in the game without surgery or without endless recovery months. Be honest with yourself for a second. Does joint pain keep you up at night? Are you at the end of your rope leaning on daily meds just to get through a shift at work? If you're nodding your head, you're exactly who QC Kinetics helps every single day. The best part, it's done right in their office with no downtime. So call them today for that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. They're located off 435 in State Line or in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
Springfest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Do you think you're smarter than Bink when it comes to the draft? Well, he didn't like the Josh Simmons pick.
I hate this pick, actually. Don't like it.
Come prove it at the Fans Draft Party on Thursday, April 23rd, as we broadcast live from the Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill at 6 o'clock. If you win our draft contest, you'll walk away with $965. Everyone from 96.5 The Fan will be there. The Fans Draft Party, Thursday, April 23rd at the Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill.
This is Chris
starting
Bibich
at
from
6
the
o'clock.
Kansas City Royals, and you're listening to 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Welcome to a Tuesday. Dan Hurley's officially washed and the Royals are back. That's all I know about the day. Have fun listening to the rest of the show with Bob and Mac.
Talk to you later.
That's right. This comes from the 405. Josh, you are absolutely the best, brother. You know more baseball than anyone I know. We are blessed to have you with our Royals, and I'm very, very passionate about this team. And then the shade comes in. Bob and Dusty are funny dorks. LOL.
Thanks, James. Appreciate your text, buddy. Appreciate the text very much so.
I think that's a compliment.
Funny dorks? Is that how funny? How do I amuse you like a clown? How am I funny?
Go get your shine box. He wasn't supposed to kill that guy. You don't find that out till the very end.
Oh, well, things happen right along.
I never understood why they milked out Pesci's death in Goodfellas. I'm like, I feel like that would be like something in the mob world. Like when you do that, like the next day you don't make it. And it's like the whole movie. Hey, Matt, they're going to make me a made man. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, well, sometimes they let you think what's going to happen, and then you don't,
That's
how
fair.
it is. Let this guy kind of float in the wind a little bit, make him suffer a little bit, make him
They
figure
come
it
out of
out.
Jasper's. I'm good. I'm all right, man. I don't put marinara sauce on my meatballs. But the Royals won yesterday and Michigan won yesterday, so I hope Vern's a lot happier than he was yesterday because, my goodness, he was, speaking of a spicy meatball, that was Vern yesterday.
Yeah, he was not happy, was he?
Not really. He was upset, not at us, obviously, but, we had a little bit of a...
Give me a name then. Then who should have been in that 5 spot?
Carter Jensen.
Okay.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a ball well hit. Deep right field. That ball is gone. It's a home run for Carter Jensen. And the Royals take a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning.
Where did he hit yesterday?
I have no idea. I was at soccer yesterday. Hit 5th yesterday?
He did.
Good.
Yeah, Royals win. They take game 1 against the Cleveland Guardians. They play today at 12:10 our time. So Cody and Gold will be on for an hour, and then Vern hits the airwaves at 11. Game, obviously, yesterday announced moved up due to frigid temperatures tonight. So hammer the under in today's game because it's going to be like, that's all they were talking about yesterday in the game was how freezing cold it was and all the temperatures and how it was just brutally, brutally cold. Royals win the game 4-2, I think it was.
Yes.
And and Jensen hits a home run. India hits a home run. And a couple things that I noticed in that game yesterday is that maybe sometimes, and again, I am no manager at baseball, maybe sometimes it's okay to try out the same thing over and over again until necessarily a break needs to happen because Carter Jensen's bat cannot leave that lineup. Kyle Isbell's bat cannot leave that lineup. Lucas Erceg should not be anywhere but the 9th inning closer. If it's not a close situation, tough. That's why they're hard to get in baseball. But what you have that's consistent, leave it the F alone.
Yeah, and that's what I've been asking for a while now with this baseball team, and maybe we'll see it. I mean, we're only 10 games into the season, so it's hard to judge whether or not we're going to see, a steady lineup. We're going to see a lineup that's changed all the time. Sure seems like it's going to be a lineup that's changed all the time, but as the season progresses and as the season changes and as things move on and guys give you reasons to keep them in the lineup, you go out there and you keep those guys in the lineup. And so I think right now you found a little bit of pop last night in Carter Jensen and Jonathan India. Thank goodness. Really, you got a good pitching performance as well. Again, I mean, this team continues to go out there and pitch, and that's why they're going to be, in every game. I caught the last couple of innings. I think it was on the Royals side. They were talking about 4 or less runs and how many times a season these guys play games where they score 4 or less runs. The Royals are like 5th most in baseball. The Guardians were like 7th most in baseball in games that are low scoring. So it shows you your pitching is going to have to go out there and contend this year for you to be a championship type club. And they did that last night. The pitching was phenomenal last night. That's why they won that game, got a couple of key hits. And I mean, when you lock down a lineup like they did last night with Cleveland, you're going to win every single night. 7 innings from the starter.
Yes.
That's magical to me right there. Like, my God, somebody got past the 5th inning as a starting pitcher in baseball. And we let him go into the 7th inning yesterday. And then you only have to use 2 relievers. And now you've got a well-rested bullpen for the rest of this series. And you have an opportunity to win that today and take care of the first place team in the American League Central. So it's off to its first 10 game starters in the books. The Royals are 500, and here we go, baby. Strap it on because we're getting ready to go for 152 more of these games.
And don't forget, there were 2 home runs hit yesterday, India and Carter Jensen. And this year we have partnered with KCUC, who is donating $50 to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for every home run the boys in blue hit this season. 1 in 8 men will face prostate cancer early detection. Saves lives at KCUC, Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced urology team. You see the best in KC, scheduled today at kcuc.com. We'll get to the national championship game that was last night here in a little bit, about 10 more minutes or so. But one thing that you're noticing, and I understand that like there's a lot of people that get annoyed with hard hit outs. But one thing,
Bobby Witt's been the king of that
so far.
Unfortunate.
And yesterday, in the same world, he has kind of like a little tapper that he beats out down the first base line, which is one of those like normally that's an out, but this is where this kid is, or not kid. This is where this man is in this season right now. is that he knows that he's had some unfortunate luck, and sometimes you've got to create your own. Obviously, his speed is something that is God-given, that he has more than anybody in baseball, in my opinion, besides maybe De La Cruz. And so one thing I think the exit velo has been helpful for is to let you know if the player's seeing the ball well. And that's one thing that if you're hitting the ball at a hard rate, that means that you are making contact and you are seeing the ball to the bat. And unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't always end the way you want. Caglione, a 110 ground out. Bobby Witt Jr., a 115 line out. All that sort of stuff happens from time to time. But at least you know that the guy is on the pitch or that he's got his rhythm and he's got his vision down. And again, it's 10 games, so I don't think this is going to be the story for Bobby Witt Jr. all year like it was for a guy like Whit Merrifield, because they're not even in the same planet when it comes to baseball players' talent level. But it is something to take note of if you're like seen in the bottom corner where every time, or if you're one of those baseball savant guys that wants to go look up every time the batter's up to bat to see what their exit velo is, that is something to take notice of.
I guess, but for me, it's never been like, for whatever reason today, George Brett's last hit in baseball is on X, right? And I just retweeted that, right?
Yesterday.
I don't know why it's making its rounds today.
I don't know.
You know, he retired at the end of the season, so it was really weird that it kind of popped, and I keep seeing it over and over and over again. Did you watch it?
Yeah, of course.
You watched the hit. What was it? A little dribbler up the middle, right? With exit velo of probably nothing. And so I've just never been one for those advanced metrics and advanced stats. And the exit velo to me is like, okay, you're still making it out. The object of the game in baseball and in any sport, in my opinion, has been to score more runs, more touchdowns, more goals than your opponent, right? That's always been the goal for me. And so that's what I've always looked at, because if you're on base, you're giving your team an opportunity to win. If you're not on base, you're not giving your team an opportunity to win. And I think a lot of times in baseball, we get so conflicted with individuals versus teams, and the individuals are trying to get the most money they possibly can, and they're listening to their agents. Teams want you to win games. We've got an individual sport or a team sport that's being played by a bunch of individuals. And so the exit velo to me has never been a thing that I've really concerned myself with. It's just all about getting on base. And so I've always looked at exit velo as kind of one of those things that you utilize to justify failure for the most part. And so I look at, getting on base and scoring those runs. And the exit velo to me is fine. You can hit the ball hard, but I don't care how hard you're hitting the ball. I need you to find a way to get on base, whether that's with a bunt, a little squibber. It doesn't matter what. You get on base and you give your team that opportunity to win. These hard hit outs are great if you're gauging on that, but I'm not. And it's never been something that I've gotten excited about or looked at or cared about or wondered about. I just want guys to get on base and move guys over. I like the small ball style of baseball. Get on, get over, get in. Bunt a guy over, sacrifice fly, go the opposite way. That's the style of baseball that I've always liked.
Yeah, I guess in my opinion, that's two different arguments. I was just talking strictly about velocity, not like trying to score. But again, like they did that yesterday. Vinny Pasquantino bunted down the third base line. Didn't see that coming. Made it safely to first. Like, you can tell that this team is not concerned, but they know that they're trying to do whatever they can. Plus, right now in Cleveland, it's impossible to play baseball. It's 30 degrees. It's windy.
The crowd was so funny.
Oh, they're just bleak as all hell.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be there.
No, man, except Drew Carey.
I mean, nobody wants to be in that stadium at that kind of temperature. Did you see Minnesota last night?
No.
Oh, okay. Barstool Sports has the intro to their game on, and they did it like Monday Night Football, and the caption was, "The tens of fans at this game missed this Monday Night Football," and there's nobody in the crowd.
Oh, wow.
But this is what we're doing. We're playing baseball outside in northern environments that isn't good for the fans, and it can't be good for the organization to open the gates and have 500 people show up to a game. That's not making you any money. And on a Monday in April in Minnesota or Cleveland, you're going out to watch the Royals and the Guardians or the Twins and whoever they were playing last night. Not a chance I'm going out and freezing in that kind of weather to watch a baseball game. It's messed up, and it's not good for your fans. It's definitely not good for your players. I mean, it's stupid to go up there and play these games in this kind of weather.
Over under 3,500 fans today at Cleveland's.
Oh, I was going to say Cleveland combined with Minnesota over under 3,500. I mean, I'm going to have to take the under on that one. I mean, it was a game Tuesday
noon.
Right.
30 degrees.
And a game that was originally supposed to be played at night.
Oh, yeah, that part.
You
Yeah,
know, kids in school, everybody's doing their thing today.
Ohio.
I mean, so everybody's got their stuff already planned. So you move this game up. It's going to be a pick your seat night, pick your seat afternoon, I would imagine.
27 and windy right now.
27 and windy right now. Yeah, you going to the game?
I'm not going to a Chiefs game in that temperature. I'm serious.
I mean, are you going to that game? Or
No.
you know what sounds
I'm going
good
to
today? Baseball. Baseball does not sound good today if you're sitting in Cleveland, Ohio. 27 degrees.
It's going to look great on my TV, at noon.
But how are these players going to play? You've got to think about the players, the millions and billions of dollars that are invested into players, not just from a salary standpoint, but from like a health standpoint, a get your body ready standpoint. We spend how many billions of dollars sending everybody to Arizona and Florida to get their bodies ready for the start of a long baseball season. And then a week into the year, we're up here and we're moving games because it's too damn cold to play. What is baseball doing with that?
The over-under is 6.5.
Oh, that's the under, I would imagine.
Last night it was
like
7, and your boy hit because it was 4-2. And today it's 6.5, and now I'm fickle-minded because that little half. If it was 7, I'd love it, but 6.5, I don't love that. But, hey, we'll still take it.
Who's pitching today for the Cleveland team?
Noah Cameron and somebody named Williams, who Vern told us yesterday throws hard.
Okay.
Heard of him.
And then tomorrow is a lefty, so Cags and Carter probably won't play because
tomorrow.
they've got to only face righties.
Right.
Hey, I got a would you rather, plus we get into what was last night, and, man, North Carolina making a splash on the championship night as well. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what, low testosterone is a real issue for many men, and it can lead to poor sleep, low energy, brain fog, reduced sex drive, and it can make it difficult to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body plays a major role in overall health and well-being. But more than this, at Heartland Men's Health, they can help men lose weight, support metabolism, improve gains in the gym, and so much more with 4 targeted body composition plans, featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more. And with the low T treatments combined with body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. Heartland Men's Health can help you guys. If you're starting to feel a little bit sluggish, if you're starting to feel tired, you're not seeing those gains at the gym, don't wait. Call my friends at Heartland Men's Health right now. Don't ignore the signs. Call them today and take that first step towards feeling better again. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence, and in North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan bet back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Go to FanDuel.com/local to claim your special Mulligan bet back token. Perhaps you want to bet on Scotty Scheffler to lead after round 1. You could do that over at the tournament. Backing someone to win it all? Go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that Mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. Go to FanDuel.com/local to claim your special Mulligan bet back token. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and over in President, Missouri. Opt-in required. Refund issued as a non-withdrawable bonus bet that expires 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
No one likes having to choose. That's why with America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid with America's best warranty. Or the stylish yet capable Santa Fe Hybrid with power to navigate the toughest terrain. It's like having your cake and eating it too. You know, if you could drive a cake. Hybrids from Hyundai. It's the best of both worlds. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Hello, Kansas City. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America and a member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
You've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
For over 35 years, we've been protecting homes across Kansas City, one roof at a time. That's more than 3 decades, more than 35,000 roofs installed, and 35,000 happy customers. We're proud to be voted Best Roofing Company in Johnson County and all of Kansas City. At Century Roofing, we don't just build roofs, we build trust that lasts for generations. Experience matters, reputation counts, and we stand behind every roof we install. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. For a limited time, take advantage of an HVAC replacement with financing starting as low as $149 a month. More options, better timing, and less stress for your home.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. On the Kansas side, 35 northbound, trip from Olathe to downtown is 20 minutes. Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. When you plan ahead, you get more options, better scheduling, and less stress. Schedule today at anthonyphce.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it on a Tuesday. For those of you that celebrate, congratulations, cheers, and I'm jealous. Speaking of jealous, I wish I could see this man play basketball.
Who's that?
Nikola Jokic.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know a lot of people in this town don't like talking NBA, but we have a serious MVP race in the MVP category in the NBA because it's almost like it happens every year in one of the sports where the MVP discussion happens to be where you take the V of the acronym and say who's more valuable, because the three names that are going to be the 3 finalists, in my opinion, will be SGA, Nikola Jokic, and Wembanyama.
Are we talking more valuable to their team or more valuable to the league at this point in time, Dusty? Because I think that's another separate argument.
Sure. I mean, if that's the case, it's a slam dunk, no pun intended, for Wembanyama.
That's where I'm going with that,
like
right?
He's got to be the face of your league.
He's got to be.
And
He's got to be, right?
No question.
He's got to be. Everybody knows who he is, right?
But last night, Nikola Jokic had 35 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, 5 steals. The Nuggets have won 9 straight as Joker becomes the first player with multiple 35, 10, 10, and 5 games since 1973-74.
That's crazy. I mean, it's insane to think about something like that.
Is he
right?
more valuable to the Nuggets than Wemby is to the Spurs? Spurs? Because I'd say no.
I don't know the answer to that question. I would lean towards no, but I mean, when you put up numbers like that and you're doing things that nobody's ever seen before, I could be talking about Wemby or Jokic in this case,
For
you know,
sure.
right?
Yes.
And so you have to figure out, okay, whose team's going to finish better, and maybe that's how you decide how to cast your MVP vote, right?
You saw the viral shot Jokic hit over
oh,
Wemby,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
Wemby's
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
No one ever does
Welcome
that.
to the league,
Right.
kid.
And that's right. No one ever does something like that to him. But I think if you're really looking to cast your vote, whether it's MVP in baseball or football or anything, just look at the record. If you can't decide who it's between, like you got two guys, all right, who was the 4th seed, who was the 5th seed? I'll go with the guy who was the 4th seed because they finished better as a team, and maybe that could be your tiebreaker in something like that. Now, if you're talking MVP face of the league, I mean, it's not LeBron anymore. It's not MJ. It's not Kobe. It's not Shaq. I mean, I think it has to be Wembanyama. I think it's either him or Steph Curry when you talk about face of the league, just based on the amount of jerseys that I still see for Steph Curry all around, like kids' jerseys, not adults wearing jerseys. It's kids. Like, he has not stopped creating new fans, which is crazy to me,
What did
right?
he do? Have like 24 and 27 minutes off the bench the other day?
Yeah, Steph.
Or it was 24 off the bench after missing 27 weeks or something.
And
27
then came
games,
in and
27
looked
games.
exactly like himself.
Looked like himself, right?
Right away, it's awesome, man.
Kids love him. I don't know if there's an athlete that kids love more universally than Steph Curry. And it doesn't matter what generation of kids I'm talking about, because I would say Steph Curry now has kind of spanned 2 full generations of kids, right?
Like, it started when I was a kid.
Well,
or not when I was a kid, I guess.
Probably
young teen.
Well, it was
young teen.
08, you know, when he played KU, obviously.
Oh, then, yeah.
So
Then, yeah, I'd give him that.
yeah, so in Davidson, he was 08, so he got into the league 08, 09 was his first. How spitting knowledge
What
on
were you,
that,
8th
right?
grade or freshman?
No, I would have been younger than that. I would have been 10 or 11.
Okay,
so
you were a
definitely.
kid.
Yeah, definitely kid.
So
No, yeah.
definitely kid. So maybe, and I hate to say this, but maybe it's 3 different generations of kids, like your age group at the end when you're a little bit older, then the next group of kids that came along.
And now kids right now.
And that's where I'm going with this,
Yeah,
Mac.
it's
Like you're 28 years old, right?
Yep.
Okay.
27,
27 years old. You'll be 28 soon. I look at the J every day, and I see the kids that are playing basketball, and there's at least one kid, and they're probably 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, right in that age range. There's always at least one kid wearing a Steph Curry jersey, and so that's a 20-year span. That's technically a
Crazy.
generation that he spanned. But you've got old kids and young kids alike all still rooting for this guy. I don't see that with many other players in all of professional sports, quite honestly.
Well, and those kids' parents are my age.
Yeah.
That watched Steph Curry in 08, and they were 21.
Yeah.
Like, I was 21 when Steph was at Davidson. So I was 22 when he was a rookie in the league.
Yeah.
And if I was 22 then, and let's say that a lot of my friends that age had kids, their kids are those kids playing the J with the Steph Curry jersey on because their dad didn't have an NBA affiliate, loved Steph Curry, like the Golden State Warriors, and it carries over. That's how fandoms are created,
Absolutely
especially
it
in
does,
basketball
yeah.
when you don't have a team in your local city.
Yeah.
More on Jokic. He is first in double-doubles, first in triple-doubles, first in rebounds per game, first in assists per game, 4th in TS percentage, 6th in plus-minus, 7th in points per game, 10th in field goal percentage. He's averaging a game. This is what he's averaging. 28, 13, and 11. He's 57, 38. He's shooting 83%.
That's absurd. No, it's
wait,
crazy.
wait. He's shooting what?
83%.
In the last.
It just says this season on StatMuse.
Well, he's definitely not shooting 83%
No, it says 57, 38, 83% shooting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 83% shooting. He'd be getting a statue built for him. Like, what is that number related to?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe free throws. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
the 83%.
I will say,
unless he's just dunking everything.
Oh no, maybe it's he's 57% from the field, 38 from 3, 83 from the field goal. That's his percentage.
There we go.
Free throw line, yeah.
So he's almost 50, 40, 90. He's 50, 38, 85 right there. That's incredible.
And he's averaging 28, 13, and 11.
And he's averaging
in the league.
Yeah, I mean, that's nuts, man. That
and his team's been extremely injured. He's had to deal with Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray missing time. He's been playing injured for a long time. That's why I was kind of out on the Nuggets. Then, of course, these last 10 games, he's looked like himself, and now he's back in that MVP race. Another argument for Jokic is that, or really against Wembanyama and for SGA and Jokic, is that Wemby's one thing is that he plays 29 minutes a game. That's his thing. He plays. He does not play more than 30 minutes a game. Now, the playoffs, they will let him free.
Sure.
And they will unleash him. but they're being cautious and they're being smart about it. They're going to win over 60 games this year with him doing that, but they have kept him just a little bit in the reins.
Yeah, so it's a little bit like what KU did with Darren Peterson, and kind of kept him in the reins until the postseason. And I look at that now and I go, yeah, that kind of makes sense, for Wembanyama to kind of do that. They allow that in the NBA. They've set the league up basically to be able to do something like that. We're not quite there yet on the college side of things, when you're only playing 30 games versus 82,
Definitely.
And this isn't where Wemby was technically supposed to be. He's way ahead of schedule, which is awesome to see. And plus, so is, and we have a text like, why isn't Cooper Flags face over league? First year. But that is the future of the league is the American Cooper Flag and the Frenchman and Wembanyama. And in 2 years from now, when they have the Olympics for basketball,
it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be just in time for Con Knipple and Cooper Flag.
But it'd be just in time for America to kind of show up again to the Olympics, right? Like we've got. I know obviously we won the gold medal, but more and more competition all over the world. It used to be we go to the Olympics and kick everybody's ass, take names, and nobody could compete with us. That's not the case anymore. It looks like American basketball is kind of swinging back to like, okay, we are going to be officially the world's dominating team in this.
More of the Steph Curry stuff. My little brother loves Steph Curry. He's 8. It's crazy. Another person says, Steph came in when I was in high school, and he's still my favorite player. Kids love Steph because we all can't be 7 feet tall, and he plays in a fun way and shoots threes. Somebody says, let's see here. He says, took my son to a Warriors game and told him there was no way that Steph Curry would sign his jersey. I was wrong. He took the time to sign his jersey in the tunnel, made him cry, and
Sweet.
Yeah. And Curry, it made him a Curry fan for life.
Absolutely. That's all it takes, man. So easy to be nice and kind and just sign an autograph for a kid. But like all of those texts right there, man, Steph Curry does something in sports that we all look at and think that we can do. We know we can't hit a home run. We know we can't throw a touchdown pass. We know that we're not going to be able to score a goal in hockey or even stand on skates for the most part, right? We know we're not going to be able to dunk the basketball. But you know what we can all do? We can all saddle up behind that three-point line and shoot, right? We all think we can hit that three-point shot. And Steph does something that we all think we can do and does it at such an exceptional level and makes it look so easy. That's why we all think we can do it. Everybody lines up behind that three-point line and starts hoisting him like they're Steph Curry. I mean, that's what kids do. And so he's found a way, and the NBA has found a way as well, to have this guy transcend now 2 different generations of kids becoming Steph Curry fans. It really is remarkable, and it's probably something the NFL is going to try to do with Patrick Mahomes, I would imagine, right? He seems to be that guy that a lot of kids gravitate towards, a fun way of playing football, fun guy you want to be around, the haircut he had at the beginning of his career everybody loved. And so I think with Patrick Mahomes, he's got that capability and possibility to kind of transcend kids' generations as well. I don't think we've really seen that in the NFL. I don't know that we've really seen that in sports, quite honestly.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think the playing fun and playing loose and feeling like, oh, I can do some of that stuff, even though we know we can't. But
Right.
he makes it look like that, and it's the same energy as Steph Curry.
I think you guys are also missing the main point. Steph Curry is an awesome role model. He's never been in trouble.
Yeah, they're great guys.
He's never said anything where you've been like, what? And the most he's ever done that maybe people think is arrogant is turn away from three-point shots that he knows they're going to make or doing the night-night sleeper move. Other than that,
shimmy.
Yeah, other than that, he's never really gotten, at least that I can think of, in a political war with people on Twitter. He's never gotten into a take where it's like, wait, Steph Curry stands by this? It's always just been...
He's taking the Michael Jordan approach, brother.
The worst thing that Steph does is people hate him because he made the league a three-point league.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. Like, 3 points equal more than 2, and he's just really good at it. So I think that's one of the things, too, is like parents are like, yeah, you like Steph Curry? I'm cool with that.
Cool with that. Yeah, it's
like,
a great
oh,
role model.
Dad, my favorite player is Ant. Okay, that's tough, but okay, cool.
I really like Tyreek Hill. Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, he's like LeBron in that way.
Yeah.
Stayed out of trouble.
Right. But again, let's talk about what was last night. Anticlimactical national championship game. Michigan comes out on top. They win 66-63. UConn does cover the spread. The morning was 7.5. It dropped to 6.5. They did cover that spread in that game. If no matter how when you got it, 6.5 or 7.5. But Michigan wins. They win the national title. Dusty May is now in that world of he's got a title. Can he continue to do that? But it wasn't the most exciting championship game. in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I think the Final Four was anticlimactic, quite honestly. I think we had such a great tournament and so many fun games and storylines and matchups, and we thought the Final Four was going to be awesome. And there wasn't really a game that really grabbed me, I'll be honest with you, in these last three. And sometimes, look, that's how it happens. We've seen that in Super Bowls all the time, where the championship games are the best games, and then you get to the Super Bowl and you're like, oh, it's a snooze fest. And, obviously ones that the Chiefs aren't in turn into kind of snooze fest for everybody. But you know where I'm going with that. You get to a point where the championship weekend doesn't live up to what we just lived through in the postseason. And I thought that's where we were yesterday. I thought yesterday and Saturday were games that were played, but there weren't games that really grabbed me. They weren't games that excited me. Other than, Hurley doing his thing on Saturday night and becoming kind of that heel, we really didn't see much of a carryover effect of that into the national championship game. And it just never felt like a game that I really just dove into. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you get fired up and you're excited and you're really into that game. I didn't find myself into that game last night for the national championship game.
Yeah, it got kind of ugly at the end. I mean, Michigan was 23 or 25 of 28 from free throw.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. They couldn't miss.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes, there were some annoying calls. I thought they were really, really inconsistent from half to half. Dan Hurley unequivocally defended the refs after the game, which I loved, and said he would play every game with that crew if he could. So he honored those guys, which I thought was really cool from him. But yeah, I thought the game was just like a tick off there at the end. It still had the excitement. UConn had the couple of magic moments. Their trap worked in the full court press in the last 3 minutes. They got a stupid turnover. They hit a couple threes at the end, but just wasn't quite enough. They missed a layup that was like a 5-point swing because then Michigan came on the other side and made a shot. And I was like, that's probably it. It was just one tick off from having the magic. I think we are in another universe. We're having there's a good amount of alternate realities that last night the magic happens, and we're talking about Dan Hurley being the GOAT and the madness being there.
Yeah.
It was just, they could not hit those threes that they needed to. And
nobody shot threes. Combined, the two teams were 11 of 48 from three.
And that Mullins kid, who was the hottest kid since, he hit that shot against Duke, and then he hit some big shots on Saturday night. That guy couldn't hit the broadside of a barn yesterday. Everything was long. Everything was off the back of the iron. It just was not a good night shooting for him, and he didn't have his shooting shoes on, if you will, and it kind of took down the rest of the team because, as Dusty just said, it was terrible for everybody from beyond the arc. I think at halftime, I'm wanting to say either Michigan or I think it was Michigan. I don't know if they had a 3-point or not Michigan, but UConn didn't have a 3-point shot in the first half. And my wife's looking at it. She's going, my God, look at the difference between 3-point shots. They didn't make any, and Michigan made 5 or something like that. Not that it was a whole lot, but it was like a 15-point swing and a 15-point difference in just 3-point shots alone in that first half. And so UConn wasn't on, and, it's a guards game. And if your guards aren't shooting well and they're not hitting those shots from the outside, it's tough to win these games in college basketball. And so last night just kind of an anticlimactic finish to what I thought was a really good season of college basketball. I think if we're talking college basketball as a whole in this conversation, a lot of people, including myself, kind of got back into the sport. A lot of good freshmen were out there. There were a lot of good storylines that were out there. The Darren Peterson saga was as interesting as anybody's ever seen from a college basketball player. So I think overall the national title game may not have been the best, but I'll be honest with you, man, this last season of college basketball really popped. It brought the sport back, I think, and I hope it continues to move in this direction where we're seeing the NIL be effective, where we're seeing guys get the money that they deserve, and we're seeing great storylines like what happened at Iowa or what happened at Illinois and some of the Nebraska, for God's sakes. I know they're big powers and they're big names, but those were 3 schools that were been off the radar for a very long time when it came to college basketball, and all that came back this year. So I think a very successful, one of the most successful seasons of college basketball we've had probably in the last 25.
How much to the Final Four and the national championship game being lackluster as the rest of the tournament is due to fatigue?
Obviously, yeah. I
I'm
totally
not making
agree with you.
I'm not making excuses,
No, it's
but
true.
they play the opening weekend where they play 2 games in 4 days, and they get the week off, and they play another 2 games, they advance, they get another week off, and it's I wonder how much of it is just tired legs. But again, Michigan wins the national championship. UConn loses. Dan Hurley's washed.
Yeah.
That's all that we need to know about that.
Dan Hurley is absolutely washed.
And to give credit to Max, quote, Dan Hurley after the game said, quote, "It's hard to ref that game. We both played so hard. If I could have those 3 guys ref every game the rest of my career, I would sleep well at night."
Yeah. And that's one of those refs. I forget the exact stat, but got I don't think Dan Hurley won a game out of like 9 or 10 games that guy officiated this season. So it's not necessarily the whistle's not gone his way. And that's been true the whole tournament. And frankly, for the last long time, as long as I've watched college basketball, that's been the case. They are the one blue blood that does not get the blue blood whistle.
Yeah, they don't. Well, because, I mean, look who their coach is, though. I mean, that does
But that
play
was
a
true
factor.
with that was true with
Calhoun.
Yes.
Calhoun.
I was going to say Gino.
Gino.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say Gino's kind of in
Gino
that same
gets the-
category,
yeah, Gino
too. You know,
sucks.
he's in that same category as Dan Hurley. Like, you don't want to give these guys the
Worse.
benefit of the doubt, right? They're not giving you the benefit of the doubt, so why should you give them the benefit of the doubt, you know?
And next year, we'll see how the freshman class is. It'll be hard to live up to this, but luckily
Yeah.
we'll have 2 right here of the 3 major schools. Tyron Stokes, as long as he does 100% go to KU, I believe the Bill self-decision seals that. And then the number 5 recruit in 2026, Jason Crow Jr., 6'3" guard, going to Missouri.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah.
Yep, 2 top 5 guys in the freshman class right here.
And that's what the NIL is allowed to do for people who are against it. Missouri isn't getting any good recruits over the last 25 years. Now you've got this NIL in place. You got the ability to spend some money and invest in your program in a different way. And now people are showing up to Columbia, Missouri to play basketball. That's why the NIL is a good thing. And that's why the NIL is important to have in college sports, because it has allowed these sleeping giants, if you will, to wake up. I mean, look at Iowa, man. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Look at Nebraska, guys. Come on. They were nowhere in their history of college sports. And this year with the NIL and a good coach and everything kind of reinvested into that program, they won a couple tournament games and were playing for a right to play for the Final Four, for God's sake. So, I mean, this NIL has just been great for college sports. And I know, I'm sure there's some people that are upset about it and they don't like it, but it's for the overall college sports, it's been fantastic. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, Nebraska wins Coach of the Year, and Iowa gets the Elite Eight, and it's a new day. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
And Iowa keeps their coach.
And also, too, I mean, the interesting thing about, you know, we kind of talked a little bit about it yesterday with the SEC not being on top anymore, is that there's a lot of money now up north, guys. And I think the balance of power, as we have seen, is shifting a lot in college sports. I think the Big Ten is going to be a power to be reckoned with for a long time in all 3 major sports. They got a lot of dough. They got a lot of money at those schools. You look at the alumni bases. You look at the number of people that have gone to Big Ten universities. We talked yesterday about Mark Cuban. I think this is a renaissance for the Big Ten, and I think that's going to be the league over the next 5 years that we're talking the most about, and I think they are about ready to start dominating college sports.
Well, the North Carolina Tar Heels did go get their coach from the NBA. It's not Billy Donovan.
And the first time I was in the big gym, the manager brought me in to sit upstairs. The next thing I see Hubert Davis waving, "No, we bring him down here." So then I was sitting on the floor. I thought, this is nice. I had no idea what that meant, though, until I went to dinner with Pat Sullivan. And he said, "Hey, you know, that's a really big honor, you know, because I didn't coach here, I didn't play here, I didn't graduate from Carolina, and that seat is reserved for family." And that made me even feel more welcome.
So Rob Maloney's brother is now the coach at North Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually kind of like this hire. The more I thought about it, the more I'm like, you know what? On the surface, we're all going to boo and hiss and go, ha ha, you got your 10th target, right? Because you can't start a press conference and say, we've targeted this guy all along. We got our number 1 choice. Everybody knows that's not the case, right? But the more I thought about this, I'm like, it actually makes sense, because college now is more NBA than ever before. You have constant roster turnover. Look at just UConn alone. They had 1 guy on the last 3 Final Four teams. That was on all of them. 1 dude, 3 in the last 4 years. 1 player was on those teams, right? He's a recent title winner, so he's got obviously some street cred. Coached Jokic and all in the NBA. Has that cachet, knows how to get guys to the league. And colleges now, they need to run their teams, guys, more like an NBA program, I think, than ever before. And that's where we're headed, right? Especially with the roster turnover every single year that these coaches are experiencing. That's something that happens in the NBA. Your roster turns over a lot in professional sports. It doesn't normally do that in college. And so you get a guy now who's used to that style of basketball. I really think it's a sneaky, good, interesting, may have fallen backwards into it type of hire. But where college basketball is trending now with general managers and everything, I kind of like the fact that they dipped their toe in with an NBA guy. That's one, because college is now more NBA than it's ever been.
Yeah, he's got like the NBA strategy with like the college attitude, because he's a hard-nosed coach. Like, he'll yell at you, and that was part of the reason that I think the NBA was like, some of the players are like, okay, that's a lot. You're yelling at me. You're being mean, right?
Yeah,
like in
right.
college, he can get away with more of that, and he has the knowledge of how to manage this ever-flowing, fluid, roster structure.
Yeah. No college coach really understands that because they've never had to do that before.
Yes.
He's like, this is nothing to the NBA. We change guys out by the week.
It's true.
It's not wrong. Coming up next, we get into our Tough Tuesdays because it is Tuesday here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, guys, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are making life easier for everybody in Kansas City. And if you own an HVAC company or an HVAC contractor, listen up. The Sheet Metal Workers want to help you, and there's absolutely no cost to becoming a partner contractor with Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. And what they're going to do for you is they're going to provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, your timelines, and those economic conditions. While you're out there bidding on all the jobs that you want to get, the Sheet Metal Workers will adjust the size, skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize the effectiveness, giving you the power to bid on everything that is out there. And they provide the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, along with training for your current employees. And Local 2 has spent over 137 years developing relationships right here. And there's no downside, guys, at all. It is completely free with zero obligation. It's just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. So contact them today. It's the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
The world is coming to Kansas City. Is your parking lot ready? Over at Gann Asphalt and Concrete, they want to make sure that your business is inviting, that it's safe, and that, of course, your project is cost-effective, because they want to make sure that you're ready and that your business is ready before the world comes here. That's all possible over at Gann, who can handle any type of project your parking lot would need. That's because they're one contractor, all things parking lot. Check out their projects at GannAsphalt.com or give them a call at 816-688-3512.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Null or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle? Well, head to Low T Center, the #1 name in TRT. You can choose between testosterone shots, pills, or inclonopine. Pay with insurance or out of pocket. and even have your treatment shipped to your door. And now Low T Center is offering new peptides, new treatments, and more. Boost your energy, your libido, and your confidence for results that you can feel. Book your free testosterone test right now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This report is brought to you by CM Mose & Son, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. CMMoseandSon.com.
Dispatch, this is Mindy at CM Mose & Son. Well, boy, it's getting hot out there. Now, if your AC is making funny noises, just needs a once-over, or your home isn't as cool as it used to be, visit CMMoseandsons.com. CM Mose & Sons. License 202919.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Kansas side, 35 northbound, heavy from Shawnee Mission Parkway up towards Antioch with an accident off to both shoulders. 635 northbound starting to get heavy at K5. Stay slow to the bridge with construction. Missouri side, 29 southbound off of Ganonigan slowdowns from Armour into the downtown loop. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Song will always remind me of. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to all of you, except for who we're about to give Tough Tuesdays to.
Yeah, baby.
Going to be a mirror image of weather today that it was yesterday and Sunday, and then tomorrow should be quite awesome as well. 72 degrees and sunny tomorrow. But today, your Kansas City Royals hit the airwaves at 12:10. Vern at 11 o'clock as the game got moved up. So they'll play at 12:10 today, 12:10 tomorrow. They go to win the series today with Noah Cameron on the bump.
Big day. Let's go.
So hopefully it's a tough day for that Cleveland lineup, as it will be, I don't know, today probably about 30 degrees at first pitch with winds howling from the southeast in Cleveland. So if you,
southeast. That's not bad. At least not coming right off the lake, though. At least you get a break.
Okay, yeah.
Get a little bit of break.
5 temperature difference.
That's right.
Either way, you would take it when it's going to be that cold, hence why the game has been moved to 12:10, because they said there's a freeze moving in tonight up in Cleveland. So let's play April games in Cleveland for the Royals.
That's right.
I don't want to be on that soapbox. I'm not going to feel that old today. But it is
that definitely is the old man soapbox right there. Let me climb up here and put on my Sansa slacks and bitch about the baseball schedule.
Don't forget the members-only jacket.
That's a classic now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw one the other day. They're selling them new. They're $100.
Did you ever watch Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
Costanza wears it in the movie, and then what is it? Shallow Hal's girlfriend, who played by Gwyneth Paltrow, goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, members only jacket. Were you the last member?"
Yeah.
That movie's not getting made today. Mac, your name's first on the list.
Seinfeld ain't getting made today.
There's a lot. The Hangover, you name it. The Office.
Yeah, no chance.
Tough Tuesday, Mac. Your name's first on the list. Who you got?
Well, real quick, just saw Wembanyama left last night with a left rib contusion. That's a tough Tuesday. Hope he can get better and get back.
You'll get your MVP.
Yeah, it'll be huge. They'll sit him, probably. Spurs will, at least, as they should. Terrace Reed, tough Tuesday. This is UConn center. He's played all 4 years in college. He's played at Michigan and UConn. Won 3 titles in 4 years. He's somehow not been on any of those title teams. He's the Wes Welker of college basketball. It's unbelievable. Terrace Reed, man, great player, great college player, I'll say. Really fun to watch. Tough, though. Tough Tuesday.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. And I don't mean to debunk your take, because it's hilarious that guy has not done it.
That is hilarious. His teams have won 3 of the last 4 titles, and he has not been on any of those teams.
Not one. What did I comp him to? Julian Edelman?
He's Wes
Or not
Welker.
Wes Welker.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah. So maybe I'm an idiot. We can leave the maybe out. SGA's minus 4,000 to win the MVP?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's over. Well, no matter
That's what
how
they
much we
say.
talk about it.
Yeah, those are
That's what
that's
they
the
say.
Vegas odds.
Yeah, that can change.
Jokic is plus 6,000.
Can't use plus 1,600 to win the title next year.
Wimby's second at plus 1,800.
Yeah.
And then your boy Jaylen Brown plus 30,000.
Let's go.
So he's on the
candidate. I'll take it. I'll take a candidacy.
My tough Tuesday is Roman Anthony. That guy has an issue throwing the ball from left field into the infield.
BBL stinky.
Big time.
Disgusting.
Noodle arm, rag arm, washed arm, rubber arm. It ain't good. The guy's got a stick in the batter's box. The guy can absolutely rake. But boy, oh boy, if there's one thing that's tough at center field and Kauffman, it's left field and Boston.
Got to know how to play the wall, man.
Not only that, you got to be able to throw the ball into home plate. The guy,
and that's not a far throw from out there either.
Did you see the video yesterday?
Yes, I did.
It looked like Scotty Smalls throwing it back to Dennis Leary. I mean, Roman Anthony, what are we doing? You got a noodle arm? I mean, that's
they're
tough.
not winning up there, so maybe nobody cares
And
to
kids
play.
eat free
And
when
kids
they
eat
do it.
free, yeah.
But man,
That's embarrassing, though,
the
man.
Nantucket Noodle.
Whew.
That might be his new nickname.
I like it.
But maybe he's just a permanent DH.
I can't put that in left field.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my own problems to worry about in Kansas City, but when I see something going viral and it's Roman Anthony's arm, not for the first, second, the third time it's been this way, something's not right with that arm and Roman Anthony. So for me, it's a tough Tuesday with the future of Boston.
And it's not just that. It's somebody has already compiled bad Roman Anthony throws from this year, dude. We're on April 7th. And it's 30 seconds long. I mean,
so I'm saying it's like the third time they got him on video.
I mean, so this guy, if you want to follow it, it's at JS9 Innings Media. It's the top X post up there. And he says, I wonder if the Red Sox would consider DHing Roman Anthony. Teams so far in 26 have been able to run all day on him in left field. Here's a compilation of his bad throws, 34 seconds long, and we're a week and a half into the season.
I mean, these are just dribblers.
I mean, it's terrible.
He's not making it to the pitcher's
I mean,
mound.
not
and
even
he's
close.
shallow left.
But you know, I'm looking at all of these throws, and I'm thinking to myself, he's got to be hurt. There's no way you can be that bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough, man.
I can throw a baseball better than this.
I mean, it's
Like,
really,
literally.
yeah.
Yes.
No, you could, yeah.
100%.
Like if that guy was playing left field, you're sending Alex Gordon. You know, like you're
You're
sending
sending
Alex
Salvador
Gordon. Yeah.
Perez.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. You're sending me at that point in time.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a tough Tuesday for him.
You're sending big.
Mac, I'm going to wade into some different territory for my Tough Tuesday, and I need your voice because you may have a better feel of this than I do on this one. There was a tweet that was circulating yesterday from Holly Rowe, and she was destroying the Tennessee athletic department.
Yeah.
And she is a very positive person all the time about everything. She really is. Like, awesome
She's the
human
best.
being, right? And when she's down on something, you know it's really bad. And what she was talking about is the women's basketball program at the University of Tennessee. And she goes, how Danny White, the athletic director, allowed a one-storied program like this to fall flat on its face is beyond me. And I'm not joking when I say this. There was a point yesterday I was going to take a zinger at you with the Tennessee women's basketball team and go, what happened to that? And then hours later, Holly Rowe is tweeting about it. They have one player on the team for next year.
Kansas?
No.
I know.
Yeah, no, one player on the team.
one player.
For next season. That was the gold standard of college basketball.
Yes.
Pat Summitt
R.I.P.
was the greatest women's basketball coach and one of the greatest overall basketball coaches of all time. And what they're doing to that program down there makes you sick to see how they established that as the gold standard in sports in women's college basketball. Tennessee and Connecticut.
Yeah.
Tennessee and Connecticut. Every year they were in it. And this isn't because of NIL. They've just, no pun intended, dropped the ball on this down there. And they've let a storied program turn into absolute ass. And that's really bad. That would be like KU men's basketball falling off, or Kentucky men's basketball falling off, or North Carolina men's basketball falling off. Storied programs are not supposed to fall off. They're supposed to keep moving forward.
Well, yeah, eight players have left in the portal. She apparently fired an assistant coach. Is the rumblings that I've read and heard from sources.
Holly Rowe did?
Caldwell.
Oh.
Kim Caldwell, the coach, fired one of our assistant coaches, Tubner, I believe is his name or her name.
Dave.
And that
Dave,
that ignited. Yeah, exactly. That's actually perfect. Dubner that ignited 8 players to leave the transfer portal. Apparently, she was saying that he or she, I don't know who this assistant coach is, was undermining her. And so obviously she felt insecure.
Yeah.
Fired this coach. The rest of the players were like, oh, dude, if you're firing, I'm out.
Look, I've seen coaches do
Exactly.
that before. Todd Haley was insecure in his job as a head coach and got rid of Charlie Weiss, and that thing didn't work out well. Instead of just being and embracing everybody and stop being so damn insecure, insecurity is what costs these coaches their jobs.
And I hope she's able to look at that and see that. She went to the Sweet 16 last year, started the season 8-2. And now everything is crumbling again.
Yeah, they've lost like 8 in a row to end the season, and so I'm not sitting here talking like, oh my God, what's going to happen to women's college basketball, because it's going to be just fine. There's a lot of other good teams
for sure.
But a storied program like that, we'd be having these conversations if it was North Carolina or Duke or Kansas, and saying, what in the hell is going on? That's
really
a
sad.
program that should never be in peril.
It's embarrassing.
I saw a tweet that reminded me of Bob. It's from Call Unk on Twitter. It says, when you take a nap so good you thought you missed the school bus, but it's Sunday and you're 41.
Oh, that happens. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, you wake up, you're like, where am I? What day is it? What time is it? There used to be stories of like baseball players back in the day, or even the broadcasters would tell you the stories. They would wake up in the hotel room and have no idea where they were. And Mac, I don't know if you'll get this reference or not. They would look for the phone book, and then look at the phone book to see where the hell they were.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you travel all that time.
That makes sense.
You wake up. You've woken up before not knowing what day it is for a hot second, right?
Yeah. Where am I again?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Until like, okay, let me grab the phone book. It's next to the Gideon's Bible, which neither of those exist in the hotel rooms anymore.
I think when
It's
I
awesome.
first got promoted to this show, the first Saturday I woke up in sheer panic.
Did you really?
It was like 5:35. My alarm didn't go off. So because if for those of you that remember, Bob was gone for like a week, and I filled in with Josh, and then Josh was done.
Right.
And Bob came back. I did another week, and then it was announced the next week, and the show started. And that Saturday, I woke up in sheer panic,
That's
sweat.
awesome.
It was
That's
like,
great.
oh no, Bob's gonna be pissed. And I went
Saturday.
and then I woke up at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, you don't anymore, though.
No,
I mean, by 10 a.m., you're done with your day.
I wake up at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. I'm like, okay, this is sleeping in now.
Yeah. I'm lucky I make it to 6 on a Saturday anymore.
Somebody says, Kim Caldwell, how you doing, though?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
She
Absolutely.
better than the Arizona State coach?
They're same tier.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
Yep.
Coming up next, we talk about what the Royals did yesterday, what they can continue to do these next 2 games. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Brioche?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Brioche with peanut butter.
Hello, America.
Well, she needs an assistant. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Matt Quatrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have turned our lawn into a masterpiece. That's right. It looks unbelievable. Where it started was not even a blank canvas. It was a dirty canvas with no good-looking grass at all. And they had to come in and take care of our lawn and take control of our lawn and turn it into something awesome. Because for 10 years, we tried to do it and absolutely could not. The minute the college-educated professionals over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control came in, our lawn went from looking awful to looking amazing. And now everybody on the block is looking at it and going, man, they really do have that best looking lawn on the block. And I mentioned the college educated professionals. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how to study the soil and the seeds and all of that kind of stuff to give you the best looking lawn in Kansas City. And if they can do it for our lawn, they can do it for yours as well. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So you want to get in touch with them now at aspenlawn.com. And don't forget, mention the ad and get up to half off your first application. AspenLawn.com. That's AspenLawn.com.
Forget what you think being a cop is. In Leavenworth, we're not robotic, no egos, just real people doing real work and loving it. You'll have a front row seat to action you can't script, and you'll do it with the latest high-tech tools in modern policing and technology that helps you do the job smarter and safer. It's real. It's not for everyone, but if you want in, come apply.
Leavenworth PD. We're different on purpose. Got questions? Give Sergeant Flynn a call and apply now at leavenworthks.gov/police. That's leavenworthks.gov/police.
Warmer weather, longer days, and a juicy steak sizzling on the fire.
Smells like grilling season is here. Stock up and save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Choose bacon-wrapped chicken grillers for $3.99 each. Marinated chicken breasts, $1.99. Thick-cut pork chops, 3 for $5. And specialty brats, just 8 for $10. Don't forget your favorite marinade, rubs, and sauces, and fire up the grill this Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee makes our life easier every single day. Not only do they have great quality customer service and value every single day at Hy-Vee, they help us out and they take the pressure of shopping off our plate. We've got our Perks Plus membership. We upgraded from the regular Hy-Vee Perks membership because with Perks Plus, we get free grocery delivery or express pickup, plus even more exclusive benefits and savings like fuel saver deals all day long. So enroll today at Hy-Vee.com/perks. Only at Hy-Vee.
You know that weird smell your AC makes when you turn it on? Ooh, you really shouldn't. Luckily, you can just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at TellyTire.com.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Get ready to kick off a summer of soccer in Kansas City while fighting hunger. Join the Salvation Army for the Kick Hunger Civic Lunch 2026 May 7th. Score big for local families in need. Grab your tickets or table today at kickhungerkc.com. That's kickhungerkc.com. Royals coverage on The Fan, sponsored by Salvation Army Kick Hunger Civic Lunch on May 7th.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Almost Andy Reid here for Renner Garage Door, America's oldest family-owned garage door company, serving both wholesale and retail markets. Free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door.
RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
North KC, 29 southbound off again, on again heavy from Armour across the Bond Bridge. Kansas side, 35 northbound gets heavy before Shawnee Mission Parkway stays slow up to Antioch with an accident reporting. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
What's up, KC? It's Matt Strom from the Kansas City Royals. Don't miss Vern's On Deck show 1 hour before first pitch right here on 96.5 The Fan.
KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
We're back at it, 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. It looks gorgeous already.
Look at that sunrise out there, a little pink hue to the clouds
And then
out
there's
there.
the moon. I can see Artemis 2 right around it.
Where is the moon? Where are you
Right
looking?
there.
That white thing in the sky.
I can't see. I must have a glare where it is or something, you know.
I watched that yesterday. Talk about going to the garage and being mesmerized.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was cool.
Did they have any more problems with the toilets?
Don't believe so. They're headed back home, is what I heard.
Good.
So they'll be home soon.
Are they gonna have any moon rocks for us?
No, Tom Arnold stole that in Big Bully.
Is he still a thing?
Tom Arnold?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Roseanne's not anymore.
No. No, Tom Arnold, Rick Moranis, Big Bully. Definitely
Rick
see if you can find
Moranis.
it. Yeah, dude, great movie. And then I believe Booger's in it from Revenge of the Nerds.
Booger.
What more peas? You should definitely watch that movie, Mac. It's hilarious. It came out when I was probably like 10 years old. It's called Big Bully, or maybe it's just called Bully. Tom Arnold, Rick Moranis.
I've never even heard of that movie,
Yeah.
Mac. I see your blank face. I kind of got that too. I don't know that I've even heard of that movie.
Say the name again.
Bully.
I think it's Big Bully. Rick Moranis, Tom Arnold. 1997 is what I want to say.
That's a hot one in the theaters back in 97, 96, 97. Wow, yeah, I didn't tell you. That is a hot off the presses movie.
Yeah.
Anything with Rick Moranis. He was in Sack Lunch where the kids got stuck in a small bag.
Mm-hmm. And then his acting career ended.
It did. Because he couldn't get those kids out of the bag. He felt bad. He shrunk them, put them in the bag, and didn't know what to do. Lost the kids.
Not to be morbid, but he actually stopped acting because his wife died of cancer and they had no one to raise their kids, so he stepped away from acting.
Oh,
to take care
wow.
of his
Really?
family.
Holy
Correct.
cow. Wow, what a great story that is. You wonder if you would do that yourself.
100%.
And the answer is yes. Yeah, 100% yes.
He will be in Spaceballs 2 that
yes,
comes out
which
next
is,
year.
yeah, that's going to be awesome.
I
Yeah.
forgot that was
You've
happening.
seen Spaceballs, right?
Yeah, he's combing the beach. Yeah, it's just such a good movie.
Amazing.
Lord Big Helmet.
That's when I'm actually excited. That's a good sequel.
Yeah,
That's good.
I hope Mel Brooks doesn't die before it comes out. I mean, he is 100, guys.
Yep.
He's 100. He doesn't look like he's 100, doesn't act like he's 100, but that guy's 100 years old right
That is
now.
crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
He just keeps on going.
Teacher, floating down the Delaware, chewing on her underwear, couldn't afford another pair. 10 days later, eaten by a polar bear. That's how the polar bear died. That's the... Dude, I love that movie. Obviously. Text line said it, so respect to you, 816. Man, I'm going to go watch that today. Actually, I'm going to watch the Royals at noon and then watch that. Vern asked a question yesterday because he was hot.
Give me a name then. Then who should have been in that 5 spot?
Carter Jensen.
Okay.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a ball well hit. Deep right field. That ball is gone. It's a home run for Carter Jensen. And the Royals take a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning.
So yesterday, Carter Jensen goes bridge. So does Jonathan India. Jonathan India, people worry that Michael Massey is going to take his job. That is not the case. Michael Massey is taking the job of Nick Lofton, who was sent to AAA. Massey called up. So I would see Massey playing in left field. And Vern yesterday obviously said, go do your job, play the game that you're supposed to play, and quit bitching about who's hitting in what lineup. And he was hot, obviously. I'm sure he's had some tested post-game shows.
I can imagine.
And
10 games in, people are already losing their minds.
And yesterday he wanted to see the superstars play well. He wanted to see the bullpen do their thing, and he wanted to see the defense perform. And base running had to be better.
Yeah.
Defense looked okay yesterday. I don't think there was anything really that stuck out that was like amazing. But Vinny getting the bunt down. But Carter Jensen, Vern has said all year, going back to the Royals rally, that both have to be good in Carter and Cags, or one has to be a superstar. And Carter Jensen, other than like the minor blunder of sleeping through his alarm clock, that's a bat, in my opinion, that has to be in the lineup every single day. And he's telling you that I'm okay hitting 5th. I don't care if it's a righty, if it's a lefty. That kid has to be in the lineup every single day.
Yeah, and how much of it is noise by the organization or organizations telling their players they can't hit lefties too? Like that's something that I think would have a big impact on me if I was, you're
not good on Mondays,
right.
So you come in on Tuesdays.
You come in on Tuesdays. Yeah. I'd be like, well, all right, fine. If you're going to pay me for 5 and only make me work 4, I'm all in. I'm not going to complain about that, right? But if I was a baseball player, like I would say, you're sending me mixed messages. I'm trying to grow as a player, but you're also telling me I'm not good enough, because that's what it is. When you bench somebody against a lefty every single time, or let's just say a righty or whatever it is, you are telling them, we don't believe that you're good enough. We don't believe that you're capable enough of going up there and getting the job done. So we're going to replace you in the lineup. But come tomorrow, we're going to need you. So keep your head up and get out there. Well, do you believe in me or do you not believe in me? And when you're platooning guys, it says you don't 100% believe in those players. And if you're going to come back and tell me, well, it's all about the matchups, fine, I'll listen to that gobbledygook for a little bit. But at the end of the day, you need your guys to go in there and battle every single day, because that's what happens in the playoffs. It's a battle in the postseason. Postseason baseball is not like regular season baseball, and you're going to have to go up there and be in uncomfortable situations. And if you're shielded from, protected from, and taken out of all of those uncomfortable situations all season long, how are you going to know how to handle an uncomfortable situation when October shows up and it matters most, or a tense situation where, hey, man, that is a tough lefty, but I need you to go up there because I'm not pinch hitting for you in the 5th inning. You need to find a way to go up there and get a hit. And if you haven't done it all season long and been in those situations all season long, it's going to be very difficult. And so that's why I think with young players that we have right now, what did Ned do? He put those guys out there every single day and let them play until they failed, and then pick them back up and let them fail again, and pick them back up and let them fail again. Failure is okay in baseball. It's actually a good thing in baseball when you learn from that failure. And these guys aren't able to do that right now.
And I apologize to the people that say, hello, the triple or the double play.
Here is Hoskins now, their DH, and he'll swing and line it off the glove of Garcia. Bobby has it, goes to second for 1 on the first, 2. How about that? A 5, 6, 4, 3 double play.
Literally around the horn.
First one since 1995.
Yeah, since 95. Yeah, that's crazy.
Cool.
Yeah,
and then Bobby Witt after the game, tongue in cheek, very much just, oh yeah, we've been practicing that. You know,
I thought it
funny.
hit Garcia in the face at first.
That would have sucked.
That would have hurt. Yeah, that's like, oh my God, it hit him in the face.
Because Chris Sale hit himself in the face yesterday.
I did see that.
He's such a baby. Throwing the rosin bag down, taking the baseball and hitting himself in the head, cutting jerseys. That guy sucks. But he's really good against the Royals.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
It was cool. I was watching the Guardians broadcast last night, and they were glazing, man. They were glazing this whole Royals team, but a lot of what they were glazing was the young guys on this team.
Yeah.
And the fact that they've been able to find, that Piccolo's been able to find and reinvent this team over and over again around Bobby Witt. And they started talking about Vinny, Michael, and then got to Jensen and Kaggs being that new. But that's the way this team's structured, and if they're going to reach their ceiling, Q has to just give into that.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good drafting by the prior regime. When you think about all these guys are Dayton Moore guys that they've drafted in here. Now, Kaggs obviously comes, with this generation, but all of these young guys, because I was watching that same thing yesterday that you were, and they were talking about all the young players. I think it was either the Cleveland radio broadcast or the Cleveland TV broadcast that I was listening to, and they were talking about it. I'm like, those are all those guys that Dayton had here, and it shows you, like, Dayton did a hell of a job. People are going to say, oh, yeah, they fired Dayton Moore and all this kind of stuff. This entire roster are guys that Dayton Moore went out there and drafted. Vinny was a Dayton guy. Garcia's a Dayton guy. Salvi's a Dayton guy. Bobby's a Dayton guy. I believe Carter is as well, if I'm not mistaken, when he was drafted. I could be off on that one. But, a lot of these guys on this team were here and ready to go in the minor leagues. And then this organization has done a nice job of kind of backfilling with veteran talent, getting your Wakas and Lugos in here and making sure you got some veteran presence on the mound. And so it really is a good mix of veteran talent and a lot of young talent that is now percolating and coming up. And I heard that same thing. That was crazy because I didn't get an opportunity to watch the whole game yesterday. We had soccer going on and all that kind of stuff. But that part I remember watching. I remember actually just sitting down taking a note on that mentally, and I typed it in my phone too. I'm like, they're really giving the young guys a lot of big shout-outs on the Cleveland broadcast right now. Usually that's us giving the Cleveland team a lot of shout-outs too.
Be a lot of people eating Sonic for free this year, that's for sure. Another Sonic Slam home run was Carter Jensen's in the 6th.
Smash.
A Dayton Moore pick, by the way. His
last draft, yeah.
We'll get into the Kansas City Chiefs and trade conversation because the draft is 2 weeks from Thursday. And then also, don't forget, there were 2 more home runs yesterday for the Royals, India and Carter Jensen. And this year we have partnered with KCUC, who is donating $50 to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for every home run the boys in blue hit this season. 1 in 8 men will face prostate cancer. Early detection saves lives at KCUC, Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced urology team. You see the best in KC. Schedule stay at kcuc.com. We talk draft next here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, if you got some sore joints this morning, you're not the only one. But you know what? You can get rid of those sore joint pain by calling my friends over at QC Kinetics. Because you know what? You don't want sore knees helping you or not helping you go out and do what you love doing, and that's being outside at this time of year. You want to be going on summer vacation with the kids. You want to be able to walk in all that sand and go to the beach with the grandkids. And if you have knee pain or back pain or hip pain, you may not be able to do that. But at QC Kinetics, they specialize in regenerative treatments that get you back in the game without surgery or those endless recovery months. Be honest with yourself. Does joint pain keep you up at night? Are you near the end of your rope, leaning on daily meds every day just to get through a shift at work? Well, if you're nodding your head yes to all of that, then go see my friends at QC Kinetics, because you're going to get your treatment right there in the office. No downtime. You get your treatment and you go on with your day. So start now with a free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics is located off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
Hey guys, it's Cody and Golden. Learning the skills is only part of the journey. And over at Centric, turning those skills into a career is where people need the most support. And with Centric's 4-month IT program built around something different, a clear career pathway.
And that's where Centric's career services team comes in. They're going to help coach you through the resume building, interview preparation, and guidance, along with a real entry-level IT job with local employers. And if you're serious about making that career move, you got to just talk to our friend Russ Mondry and schedule that career pathway call. Go to Centric.com for more.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Whether you're digging a pond, clearing brush, grading land, or doing demo, Foley Equipment, your local Caterpillar dealer, is your one-stop shop. Buy or rent, Foley Equipment has the machines you need to get the job done. And right now, Foley Equipment has 0% financing with approved credit on new cat skid steers, mini excavators, and compact track loaders. Stop in today to any Foley Equipment location or visit us at FoleyEQ.com. That's FoleyEQ.com.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circa Sports. From baseball to basketball to hockey, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circa Sports has you covered. And don't miss out on the special Royals props for every game. Download Circa Sports app or visit circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Jacob, your friend and an actual jeweler at Chain Company. I'm proud to work for a family business that's been committed to the highest quality standards for nearly 100 years. Your dream engagement ring is designed for quality every step of the way. We set your diamond by hand, never with machines. Prong tips are beautiful and secure, and intricate details are thoughtfully crafted. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend knows true love deserves the highest quality. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound heavy past 435 over towards Savannah Brunt with construction. Kansas side 35 northbound gets heavy at 67. Stays pretty slow past Antioch with multiple accidents reporting in through there. 635 northbound still slow from K5 to the bridge with construction. Alan Carr 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Royals back to 500. They're back in action today at 12:10. Josh Vernier hits your airwaves at 11 a.m., which means Cody and Alex get off your airwaves at 11 a.m.
People celebrating all over Kansas City. Oh, I'm kidding.
Those two guys are.
Those two guys
They work a total of 2 hours back-to-back days, man. What are you talking about?
That's right. When I say there's a lot of celebrating, yeah, it's from Alex and Cody.
That's great.
A full day's pay for 1 hour worked.
He may go. Gold may go sit on the couch and have a few drinks. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, may have a few drinks. Well, it is a Tuesday, and he's dealing with the sunburn, so he's going to have to apply the aloe.
Oh, yeah.
It's easier just to apply the sunscreen, Alex, and not get burned.
He's aloe gold.
Fun week of watching basketball nonstop and, having a few drinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
That's what he is, man. He's just going to have a few drinks, man. You know? Maybe after that he can.
Sunday, I'm going to shave the cheeks and everything else.
Mm-hmm. It's just, I'm I guess envious of him that he can just have a few drinks.
Yeah, such a smooth ride.
I know, I can't.
Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
0 or 100, brother.
Somebody says from the 913, hey, Bob, I just saw the Get Bent truck at 119th Wednesday heading home from work.
Oh, nice. So the Get Bent truck is now making its way around the area.
Get Bent.
I love it. Yeah.
Jayhawk for Life says, I couldn't tell yesterday if that was the moon or the Odyssey parking lot. Way to go, Jayhawk for Life.
You get the rest of the week off, Vince.
That was fantastic.
That's no moon.
Oh, my God. They landed at the Odyssey parking lot. Hey, we thought it was the moon. Have you seen this thing out here? It's got more craters than the moon. We were like, there's no way that's not the moon. They landed out there.
Joe Goldberg just tweeted, right now it is 28 degrees in Cleveland and the real feel is 9.
That's right.
Then he has the actual start of the game. So at noon their time, which is going to be, or I guess 1, whatever, their time, 32 degrees.
Yeah,
real feels going to be
right.
28.
Perfect. Great weather for baseball.
It's going to be Kyle Isbell degrees outside today for that game.
Good Lord. At least it's not like George Brett degrees out or something like that. My goodness. Could you imagine if it was any colder than that? We're playing under freezing, guys.
I feel like I know your answer to this, Bob. Would you trade with the Giants for Dexter Lawrence?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a 28-year-old defensive lineman in the prime of his career with still 2 years left on his contract. That gets you to 30. Pairing him against Chris Jones, not against, but next to Chris Jones, that'd be a good 1-2 punch that I don't think we've really ever had this side of Derek Noddy. No, I'm kidding. But we've never had, a 1-2 punch like that. And he came out yesterday with OTAs and all that, starting with the new coaches. And the New York Post is calling it dropped a bombshell that he wanted to be traded. And at 28 years old, with 2 years left on the contract at $20 million per year, I know I don't worry about that kind of stuff, but I know a lot of fans like to know what the contract is because I was getting texts from my friends yesterday. Could we fit this under the cap? I'm like, if they want him, of course they can.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Yes, yes, they can. Can you just have that as a drop so when we ask ourselves rhetorical questions like that, we can just play
somebody on the text line asked if the aloe comes out of a con.
That's great.
We're off the rails.
But who are we talking about?
Dexter Lawrence.
Yes. So, yeah,
Yes.
long story short, yes, give me Dexter Lawrence. I would be willing to make a trade with the Giants to bring Dexter Lawrence in here. And look, Harbaugh and Andy Reid have made trades over the years before. One of the biggest ones, obviously, with Orlando Brown. That was an interconference trade. This is an NFC, AFC thing. So I love this option for
But
the
you're not
Giants.
trading the 9th overall pick.
No, I don't think I'm trading the
29th.
I would consider the 29th overall pick. Absolutely, I would include that in some sort of package for Dexter Lawrence.
Who dramatically makes the defensive line better? A guy like Reuben Bain at 9 or going and getting a guy like Dexter Lawrence at 29?
Well, for me, it would be Dexter Lawrence because I know what he can do in the NFL. Reuben Bain is a 55th. Looks like every draft pick is, right? We don't know the short arms and all that kind of stuff that Binkley's been talking about for months. You know, it's with any draft pick. If you were to tell me who do I think is better for quarterback for the Raiders, Fernando Mendoza or Kirk Cousins, I'm taking Kirk Cousins, you know? Yeah, Ty Simpson. But I'm taking Kirk Cousins because I know what he can do, you know?
The immediate impact will be much greater.
Yeah.
It could take Reuben Bain 10 games to get kind of in the rhythm of the NFL. Dexter Lawrence is a top 5 player at his position.
Yeah, and Reuben Bain also may never live up to those expectations.
Yes.
You just don't know with these draft picks. And so that's why I'm always a proven guy, player, or person over a guy who's going to be drafted. Yeah, all of that, like, hype and all this kind of stuff, that's give me a guy who's done it in this league, and Dexter Lawrence would be an unbelievable addition to this roster.
He'll be 29 by the time the season starts, but I still would love it.
Just a few years older than Yaxel Lindenberg.
Exactly, yes.
29 to get a 29-year-old? Let's go. There's something there.
There's a quote in this article from ESPN. How important is he? Really important, Harbaugh said about Lawrence in February. He's super, super important. He's a cornerstone football player, not really a cornerstone, more like a middle stone. He's right in the middle. He's very big stone, and he has a very active athletic, and he's a very active and athletic one. So you put that with Chris Jones, that makes Karlaftis better, you would think, right? Like
makes everybody better.
better.
Yeah, it makes Karlaftis better. I think it makes Chris Jones probably better at that point in time, you know, because if you're an opposing team, who are you going to double team? You're going to double team, you know, Dexter Lawrence, you're going to double team Chris Jones. At this stage of the game, I would imagine it's Dexter Lawrence that you're going to double team, right? Because he's younger and quicker and faster at this point in time than Chris Jones is. But that should give Chris Jones the opportunity to go out there and feast on the quarterback if he's not sleeping.
So if I told you this, you trade 29 for Dexter Lawrence, but at 9 you take an offensive tackle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Are you really?
I mean, yeah, I think if the defensive line gets that big of an improvement, it's Dexter Lawrence. Like, that's going to change this team exponentially.
Dramatically.
And we've already talked about the positives that are there for getting an offensive lineman at 9. Is it what we would do? Is it what most of the text line would do? Absolutely not. But there are reasons for it.
But also, too, if you got a couple of good wide receivers hanging out there at number 9, and you've added Dexter Lawrence in, you still are lacking at that wide receiver position, regardless of what the Rashee Rice thing was the other day, and you're still lacking at that position. You still need a playmaker at that position, and I don't know that we have that guy on the roster right now, and we may not have that guy on the roster next year, and the Chiefs have been very good at drafting in 2026 for what they're going to need in 2027 too, and so we've got to keep that in mind. It's not just about the immediate need right now, and that may be why offensive line falls into that category, because after this season, Jalen Moore is going to be a free agent, and so maybe you're looking at it from that standpoint, but I just think at where we are with the price for wide receivers at this stage of the game, guys, you've got to be able to draft and develop wide receivers. It's like starting pitching in baseball right now. It's too expensive to go out and you know, trade for, and you have to go out there and find a way to draft and develop. It's way too expensive to go out there and purchase.
A couple texts from the text line. Reuben Bay may never be able to reach his potential.
There you go. Thank you, Jay.
From the 816, it's taking longer than expected, but the parking lot repairs are ramping up at Odyssey. We give Matt Miller a lot of credit, NFL Draft Scout on X. He said, if I had to bet today, I'd say Carnell Tate's over-under should be at 6.5 overall when it comes to draft selection. Don't like that. I wish it was like 8.5 or maybe 9.5, but it is what it is, and I think he is going to be a top 5 pick. And when I hear the Chiefs talk about temporarily moving up in the draft, I would assume that that's what they would go after, even though reports would say it's an edge rusher. I don't think they're going to get Dexter Lawrence. I think that's just one of those wish it, want it, do it's right. That's the wish it part of it. The
I don't think he'll be traded.
The want it to me is the wide receiver, and the do it is the get the defensive edge rusher that you know that you can put on this team, because you mentioned receivers are expensive. Hate to break it to you guys, defensive edges are very expensive, as we saw this offseason with some of the veterans. You get a guy that actually can play the position and bring quarterbacks down and actually finish the play. Because quite frankly, Mac, I'm sorry I'm going to hear this. I'm tired of hearing pressure.
Yeah, I am too. I'm with you. I'm with you.
We all are.
It's like hard hit rate for me. We're talking
exactly
baseball.
Where I was going. If we're going to piss and moan about exit velo, I'm going to piss and moan about pressure, because eventually those hard hits need to be hits, or
you're not winning.
It just doesn't do it for
100%.
Whereas like, oh man, you guys, you undervalue the pressure. Okay, that's fine. One guy can be the pressure guy. One guy has to be the bring it home guy.
That's exactly
you know
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm with you. That's where George Karlaftis comes in.
Yes.
That is not Chris Jones's job. That's been my only thing when I bring up pressure rate. A guy getting double teamed as a defensive tackle, leading the league or thereabouts in pressure rate, unbelievable. And the fact that George Karlaftis still can't finish with that guy in the middle, obscene.
Yeah, that is. I'm with you on that. The pressure rate, I don't care about. Well,
Blue in the face.
Yeah, who cares? I don't care. That again, that's a loser. Stats are for losers, as was it LaRusse or Belichick once said, right? But it is. Oh, look at the pressure rate. Yeah, but he threw a touchdown pass. He got pressure, but he still threw a touchdown pass. That does not count. That is not a pressure. That's not something I want to hear about. And we can have all of these gaudy stats out there to justify our jobs as front office folks do in all the sports. The pressure rate, though, yeah, I'm done hearing that one. That is not anything that I care about. Like, oh, that's the almost. He was almost there because he's a step slow. That's why his pressure rate's high, because he's not good enough, fast enough, young enough to get to the quarterback, as we saw in that Dallas game in Thanksgiving.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of three, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3.
Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. Last night, the national championship happened. But before that, let's talk about this segment.
And you could have watched that national championship game at Maloney's, the Sand Trap, or the Landing with delicious food, the 3 local spots, cold drinks, TVs to watch all your favorite sports teams. They have 3 outdoor patio seatings as well to enjoy the nice spring weather that was yesterday. You mentioned you were in the sun watching soccer. It felt great.
It felt great.
I went to a patio yesterday, had a few small plates with some buddies and some surf sides. It was great. It's good. And you can do all of that at Maloney's, the Sand Trap, or the Landing. And you can watch the Royals today at noon and go out there and have a nice little lunch.
They have walls.
Yes. Cheap food, great drinks, and lots of TVs. One word, Ben McCollum turning down the UNC job. They then pivot to go get Michael Malone, former NBA coach, former NBA champion with the Denver Nuggets. One word on Iowa head coach Ben McCollum turning down the Tar Heels.
Smart. You don't need to be at these big universities anymore. You can do good things. Ben McCollum has shown that. And why do you want to go into that pressure cooker of North Carolina? Again, just firing a coach that was 24-9. Coaches look at that kind of stuff. They couldn't get anybody to take their job at North Carolina because of the way they treated Hubert Davis and the way that they set the expectation for that program. So they hired a guy who used to coach in the NBA that's been on TV. I sneaky like that hire for North Carolina, but man, it's a smart move by Ben McCollum to stay in Iowa. Smart.
Yeah. I will say it's interesting. These are the times. I don't want your North Carolina money. I don't want your North Carolina recognition. I want Iowa. I want to stay here. I trust everything here. So, yeah, he can, and he did.
Yes, he can. Coach K can. He was on Pat McAfee, and he did. He talked some crap on UNC in the hire, made a little quibble.
They had an NFL champion hired as the coach, and Duke beat Carolina in football this year. That doesn't mean Coach Belichick isn't a great coach. But,
okay.
One word there on Coach K.
Rivalry. I mean, that's what you do in a rivalry, and I love Coach K for it. You just take a drive-by of the program for no apparent reason, and he did, and I like it, and I'm all here for it. So rivalry is my one word.
Boring. His voice just puts me to sleep. Like, I don't need rainforest sounds or ocean waves at night, just Coach K talking.
One word on the national championship last night. UConn comes up short. Michigan and Dusty May win it by 6.
Uneventful for me. I thought the Final Four national championship game were kind of wet farts for what we had in the tournament. Really good tournament. Household names again becoming household names. Big programs rising from the dead. All kinds of really cool stuff took place over these last 3 weeks in March. The encore, the finale.
Yeah, my one word would just be tired. I don't know. It just looked like everyone was kind of sluggish in that game. Bodies were falling over the place. Missed layups, missed bunnies. Shots weren't falling, but Michigan wins, and all hail the Big Ten, I guess.
Big Ten now has championships in football and men's and women's basketball. They own all 3 of the major sports championships in college sports right now. And the power has shifted from the SEC back to the Big Ten. And I think the Big Ten is going to be on a heater for a long time.
Till the College World Series, but the SEC wins.
Yeah, 100%. And every other sport. Track, swimming, volleyball. One word, Dan Orlovsky. I lost a bet last night, but not about is this. Darren Orlovsky will have to wear a clip-on dangling Michigan earring for the next month on every show that he appears on because of the bet that he lost to Taylor Lewan, obviously the Michigan alum. One word on Dan Orlovsky losing this bet.
Human. I actually like this, that he's going to do this on ESPN, and ESPN is not going to get to the point where they feel they are too big and better to allow this to happen. You see, buddies make bets with their friends all the time, whether it be fantasy football or whatever the case may be, and they have to pay off those bets. I like the fact that he's going to do this. It shows more of a human side of Dan Orlovsky, and I think we need to see more of that human side of Dan Orlovsky.
Dumb. Should actually get it pierced. That'll heal.
Oh, yeah. Clip on. It won't even,
Get an actual ear piercing.
Oh.
Go to Claire's. Go to Walmart.
Oh.
Pipe
Walmart.
that. You can do it. Sit down. They'll punch your ear real quick. Put that dangling thing in there.
Do they pierce ears at Walmart?
Heck yeah. I've done it.
Yeah, I ain't going to Walmart or Claire's.
I'll go to Claire's, but I don't know that I'm going to Walmart to get my ear pierced.
They got a jewelry department. You just sit in a chair, studs.
Yeah.
I did that, and then I went to a trip to Mexico with my family, and my grandpa goes, "What are those in your ears?" He goes, I pulled those things out. They weren't accepted.
Let's talk hypothetical trades, but first let's talk Royals non-hypothetical win. Winning 4-2, Carter Jensen with a homer, Jonathan Indian with a 2-run homer, and Michael Wacha pitching 7 innings. One word on the Royals winning.
Baseball. That was a baseball game last night. Great pitching, key hitting when you needed it, key defensive plays in that game. That was just a really nice baseball game. That's all that was. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you win games like that. I think the last 3 or 4 innings after we got back from soccer, I'm like, this is just a good baseball game. They're just playing good baseball right now. So that's where I go with it. Baseball, Mac. Baseball.
My one word would be needed. Now you have a chance to go win a series in a game that has been moved up in frigid temperatures. You have the advantage of yesterday. You're rolling on the high of the win. You do have Noah Cameron today, so it was needed. They're the first team in the AL Central. They're 6-5. You win today, you're 6-5. They are 6-6. I like that.
Do you like this hypothetical trade? This is from Sleeper Chiefs, but it's via ESPN. One word on this trade. Chiefs receive round 1 pick 18, round 3 pick 97, and they receive Jonathan Grenard, the edge from Minnesota. The Vikings would begin pick 9 and Felix Anduke Uzama. One word.
Sure. You get a needed player, a good player. Not a needle mover, I don't think, for a lot of fans, but a good football player. Much better than what you have. You get an extra pick. You get rid of 9. And 9 may be a little high to give up for that, but I mean,
get 18, though.
You do get 18. Yeah, you get 18, and Felix gets himself a new lease on life. I think it's good for everybody all the way around. That trade kind of makes sense to me. Yeah.
No. I'm good. I think you can get similar value of him at 9 with a position of need on your team, and it eventually will be cheaper. But if they're talking about moving back, and that's the window they're going to move back in, it's kind of 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Is that kind of the narrative there?
Yeah.
Either way, I don't think I'd do that.
Fair enough. I'm thinking about it. I would think about that for
Because
sure.
you're getting rid of FAU?
What?
Because you don't have to worry about FAU on this team anymore?
I mean,
or because-
FAU's not. I mean, FAU's. I'm not worried about it. He's a Jag. Hopefully, he can make the roster. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Hopefully, he makes the team.
Right.
He can at least be a supplemental rotational guy.
And the Vikings would be trading their guy because they can't come to a contract situation with him.
Big guy.
The Chiefs are trading
Big
their
guy.
guy because they want to, just move on.
Somebody says if you want your ears pierced, get a potato and an ice pick.
Yeah.
Or they said my daughter will pierce your ears.
My daughters told me the other day they pierced their own ears. We're like, you do? We didn't even notice.
I thought they used to use like a needle and an apple.
I don't know what. They said they just got a gun and they did it. And I'm like, really? I guess I'd rather have their friends do it than somebody at Walmart.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, somebody at Walmart's pissed they're there.
I guess they don't do it anymore at Walmart, according to the text line.
Well, I've been thinking about getting my ears pierced. I'll hit up your.
Okay,
I'll hit up your daughters.
Yeah.
You should do that before your bachelor
I would say
party.
right before the wedding, do it. Yeah.
Yes.
You
Wear
get
big
those
hoop
like big
earrings.
fake studs that like
Yes.
glimmer. And then cut your hair like mine.
Oh yeah, Hannah would love that.
Yeah. You'd be single in a day.
I know
that
if that's
I'm
what
hard.
you're looking for, you can very much do that. Pierce your ears and cut your hair. That wedding will be off.
That is one word brought to you by Maloney's Sand Trap and The Landing. Three great local spots that have delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs to watch all your favorite sports teams. They all three have outdoor patio seating so you can enjoy the nice spring weather and watch your boys in blue today at noon. Coming up on the other side, though, one player traded. And if you could pick one player to be traded out of the AFC, who would you choose out of the AFC West? Here on 96.5 The Fan, you're home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carlos Esteves, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you guys, we all do it. We all put off projects around the house, right? We're like, I'm not ready to do it right now. Maybe I'll get to it later. Maybe I'll do it next year. But you know what? If you're putting off the painting of your home, you need to take care of it right now with my friends over at Serta Pro Painters, because they're going to take care of everything for you and give you that fresh pop of color that you need, whether it's inside because you're tired of the colors of the walls in your house, or maybe they're just, kind of showing its wear. It's time to paint with Serta Pro Painters. Maybe it's the outside of your home and you're looking at it after wintertime and you're thinking, man, the paint's peeling. It just looks like a mess. I need to do something good. Serta Pro Painters is the answer for that. They'll provide you a free estimate quickly, and they'll give you the right price as well. Whether it's interior or exterior, you'll never have to wonder what's next, because they're going to provide you a reliable update every single step of the way, because they know how important your home is to you. Right now, they're going to give you 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th, so make sure you ask about that spring sales event. Each Serta Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in Kansas City. So schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Serta with a C. It's Serta Pro.
Hello, Kansas City. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America, N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle? Well, head to Low T Center, the #1 name in TRT. Choose testosterone shots, pills, or inclonopine. That boosting testosterone levels without affecting your fertility. You can get your treatment in the clinic. You can have your testosterone shipped to your door. You can even choose self-pay or insurance coverage for the payment option that works for you. And starting April 1st, Low T Center is offering new treatment options, including PT-141, an FDA-approved libido-boosting peptide, new antioxidants, GLP-1 pills, and more. Boost your energy, lose weight, increase confidence, and bring the heat back to your bedroom together at Low T Center. Want to explore treatments that work for your lifestyle and your budget? Book your free T-test now at FixMyLowT.com. And don't miss out on what has been a lifestyle that hasn't felt the same in a long time. That's FixMyLowT.com, FixMyLowT.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, From disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
Just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
Wouldn't you like to take a vacation from your bills? Well, you can. The new year is here. Home values are up, and you have more home equity than ever. Now is the time to put that home equity to work for you. This is James Hawkins, president of Golden Oak Lending. Credit card balances are at an all-time high. Why pay 25 to 30% interest to them when you could be saving thousands of dollars after a simple phone call? Golden Oak's mortgage rate is 4.5%. We have no fee to apply and no out-of-pocket costs. And if you call today, you could make no payments for 2 months. But don't wait. This rate won't last forever. Imagine how good it will feel to have those bills paid off. At Golden Oak Lending, we can make that happen in as little as 14 days. And if for any reason your loan doesn't close, we will pay for your appraisal. Call today and take advantage of our 4.5% fixed rate. Call 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Lending, cured my blues.
5.442 APR, FHA 15-year, 20% equity, qualified credit, additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side, 70 westbound, heavy at Manchester Traffic Way, stays slow past 31st, and then bogs down around Truman, stays heavy into downtown with an accident before 71. Kansas side, 35 northbound, pretty slow from the merge with 69 highway up to Antioch with multiple accidents reported. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Uh, 13 years ago, this banger was released. Familiar yet, Matt?
Some people settle for the typical thing, living all their lives waiting in the wings. It ain't a question of if, it's just a matter of time. All I move to the front of the line. Unless you're watching every move that I make.
Is this Saved by the Bell remake? Nah, it's Powerline, man. Stand up above the crowd. Who cares? All right, 31 years ago, Goofy movie came out, changed my life, man. I love that movie. Principal Mazer.
What's the movie?
Oh, yes.
A Goofy movie.
The Goofy movie.
Now I know it. Yes, yes.
Powerline looks like Patrick Mahomes 100%. When you wear those Oakley shades and come into the tunnel.
Like, ah!
Powerline would have been a great costume idea for Patrick Mahomes. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the AFC West, On 106.7 The Fan, they had a conversation that what if the Commanders fans could pick one player to get traded out of the division? One of the guys says, I'd pick Philly's Jalen Carter. Get bent. I don't want you in my division.
Right.
What say you about the AFC West? Because I'll give you mine, and then I'll listen to you all.
Okay.
If there's one player I can get out of the AFC West forever, it's Brock Bowers in Vegas.
Okay, that's a pretty good one.
I don't want to see the next wave of Travis Kelce on the Raiders destroy my team the way that Travis Kelce destroyed other teams. I do think Brock Bowers is him. I think he will have a long career. If they don't have a wide receiver one in Vegas, because they have Brock Bowers. The Chiefs used Travis Kelce once they got rid of Tyreek Hill as essentially their wide receiver one. The man is insanely talented. I think he's going to be great. Nobody on the Chargers, really. I'm not worried about Justin Herbert. It's kind of like a toss away. I get it that one of you have a Charger player on your wannabe traded, but I mean, Denver, I don't really mind Bo Nix. I don't really care anybody else on that team. Maybe get their that crazy dude that plays defensive end. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
We got rid of Franklin Myers.
Franklin Myers, he left. Yeah.
But they
Zach Allen? He's defensive tackle.
Yeah, he's a tackle that's kind of like a Richard. Like, you hate him if you play against him, but you love him, he's on your team.
Oh, Max Crosby, the former Raven.
No, but I would go Brock Bowers would be out of my AFC West if I had a choice.
Mac, who you going with?
Yeah, I'll go with the aforementioned Herbert or Nix. I'll probably go with Bo Nix just because the Broncos are better, and I think he's not that I think he's fantastic or that he's putting them over the edge, but he's bringing them to the point where they can win games, and they need him right now. He's the most important position. But yeah, him or Herbert. I will say the future, though, I think we're going to be having a lot of conversations about Amari and Hampton, and we are going to hate having to play him twice a year for the next 3 or 4 years. I think he's going to cause a lot of headaches. This has been a defense that has struggled to stop the run, and those productive running backs that kind of mow you down over time and time
Maybe
again.
it's why you get Dexter Lawrence then. Now that you're having this conversation, it's making me think even more that Dexter Lawrence may be a better fit than we even realize, right?
Great run stopper, too. Amazing run stopper in Lawrence. So, yeah, I'd say him. Yeah, the only reason I didn't say Bowers is just because it's the Raiders.
Yeah. And they're the Raiders until they're not.
Yes.
And they've been the Raiders for the last 25 years.
They're even more Raiders, though, if you get rid of Bowers.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, especially if you
That's
don't
true.
have
They
a
trade
quarterback,
Bowers,
right? Like,
yeah.
who's he throwing to?
Yeah. You're just going to give Genty the ball 40 times and hope it works?
Yeah, might as well. Takes the pressure off of Kirk Cousins in that situation, or his son, Fernando Mendoza. Mine is Patrick Surtain II. That's who I would go with the Denver Broncos.
Ooh,
I think he's a really good defensive back, per se. I think he causes a lot of havoc for the Chiefs, a lot of trouble for the Chiefs. He just gets better and better and better. And to remove a premier defensive back from the Denver Broncos, I think that changes their entire team dramatically. I was thinking along the lines of a quarterback as well, but I mean, I like Bo Nix. You guys know that, but I don't view Bo Nix as this guy that we can't get over the Bo Nix hump. I look at more as like Denver's got a lot of good players on both sides of the ball, and if you take Patrick Surtain II off of that team, I just don't think they're as good a football team. We saw it this year. They had a lot of luck this year like the Chiefs did 2 seasons ago. But you remove Patrick Surtain II, I think that changes the entire dynamic of their defense.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a really good one. I will say, though, like, he was in that AFC Championship game, and they lost. If Bo Nix was in, they win.
Well, if their coach was there, they would have won that game, too.
Yeah. Thank you to the 6'2".
Yeah.
Benito is who I was thinking
Nick
of.
Benito. Okay, Nick Benito.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Great.
I like him, yeah.
So good.
Wouldn't want to see him in the division.
Do not want
It's
to see
him
him.
or
That's another
Bowers.
good one.
Yeah, he's a good
Nick
one to get
Benito's
rid
a
of,
good
too.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, Benito, I'm sorry about that. Thank you, 620, for saving my ass.
I'm surprised you said Bowers, though, just because he's on the Raiders.
Yeah, he's their biggest threat, and I want to take away their biggest threat. It's like if you ever play remove the club from the bag in golf when you play with your buddy. You used to be able to do this on Tiger Woods. I might be able to beat my buddy 9 out of 10 times, but I know I'm going to beat him 10 out of 10 times if I take his putter out of the bag. That's his sure club. That's the club that he's going to use on the green. Now you've got to use your pitching wedge to putt, or your hybrid, or your 3-wood, and you're not going to have any control over it. I take away Brock Bowers. Guess who Kirk Cousins is going to throw to 15 times a game? And what does Spags not cover on defense? How many times we hear about tight ends absolutely destroying our defense?
Yeah.
That's their number one threat against the Chiefs. I'll take it away.
Yeah, it's the Raiders.
Right, and that's kind of what I keep going back to that. It's
like they're
going to
win 6 games. Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas you got the Knicks, or you got the
kind of like what we did last year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've got the Broncos and the Chargers, who I think are really going to vie for this division.
Is Mahomes the obvious answer for every other team?
Oh yeah,
I would
Not
think
even
so. I think it's the obvious answer. Yeah.
No question.
Yeah. I don't even think you have to think. It'd be like a one word, and it'd be 1, 2 before you got to 3. It'd be Mahomes.
But yes, 2 years ago I would say that. But I think there's some cocky fans out there right now who thinks we have seen the demise of the Chiefs and they're never going to be back on top again. And there are fans out there, I guarantee you, in Denver. I don't know about LA and Vegas because they're transient. But I guarantee you in Denver right now, there's a group of fans that are waking up that think the Chiefs are done. And that the dynasty's over.
Oh, yeah. Good.
And Patrick Mahomes is washed. They listen to Carrington and Rob every day from 2 to 6 on the Odyssey app. And they nod along. That's right. Patrick Mahomes is washed.
That's good. Let him think that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Absolutely.
So those people are probably saying somebody else. And it's probably not even on the Chiefs.
We don't have to worry about them.
We have to worry about L.A. this year. We don't have to worry about the Chiefs. We don't have to worry about the Raiders. Denver's out there peacocking around. It's like, if we take care of the Chargers, we'll be fine in this division. Dumbass.
We have Max Crosby, number 1, Surtain, 2, and Derwin James, number 3.
Derwin James is a good one, too.
Derwin James
He's
is another
old,
good one.
though.
I know,
Yeah,
but
he's
he's
past
just,
his prime.
He's one of those players, though, that you're like, I always want that guy on my team.
He's been good against the Chiefs.
Yeah, he has been.
Yeah, dirty against the Chiefs.
Yes.
Max Crosby almost was out of that division.
We almost had him gone.
Yeah, he was this close to
Yes.
being traded. And then the Ravens are like, nah, we're good.
Somebody says, can we trade coaches? Because I would get that Richard Sean Payton out of here.
Yeah, I would too. He'd be the first one to go.
Which these people must be in the same car because different number. Can we trade coaches? Because Sean Payton is a real Richard.
That's great.
Literally right next to each other.
Seriously?
Completely different
That's
numbers
great.
right next to each other.
That is
We
wonderful.
are doing
Yeah.
our job, fellas.
Yes.
Richard Payton.
The rest of the division would say the same thing. That is one thing everyone would agree on. Maybe even some Broncos fans.
That Andy should go.
That Sean Payton should get,
That Sean
get the
Payton
hell out
should
of here.
go.
No one
Yeah.
likes that guy.
No one likes that guy.
He
No.
sucks.
Yeah, he really does. He's awful. Yeah, he's just not a nice person.
And to your point, no, I don't think. I think people think Andy's washed too. Those same people you're talking about, they think Andy's done.
Oh yeah, they think it's over here.
Well, Steven Inspector thinks that we're witnessing Russell Wilson 2.0 with Patrick Mahomes. I didn't say that. He did. So at Steven.Spector at Odyssey.com. Oh, yeah. He got Mac fired up one day after the show.
Yes, he loves to
He
do
said,
that.
what if he is Russell Wilson? What if
Trolls
the
me.
best is behind him? And Mac was like, I'm not doing this. Walked 2 steps backward, walked immediately back, goes, first off. And I was like, Mac,
Can I just say something here real fast?
Reese's.
Why does Steven Inspector get upset when I troll, but he's always able to go out there
He's
and
rage
troll?
baiting and trolling.
Yeah.
It's because I'm too easy to rage.
Well, you
bait.
are. You really are, and that's why I've kind of stayed away from it. It's just too easy. It's like fishing in the in the pond that stocks all the fish right there. You know, fishing in a fish tank is
Not as
opposed to-
fun. Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. Shooting fish in a barrel. That's what
There
I was
we go.
going for.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Coming up next, it's Bob's Bonehead of the Week here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6 right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, if you're going to be headed out of town, you need to park at Park and Go like we do every single time we fly out of KCI, because at Park and Go, it is awesome. Every spot is covered, so your car is always protected. They have great, reliable bus and shuttle service to get you to and from the airport on time, and you can prepay and save money when you make your reservation at bookparkandgo.com. And that's what I do. Every time I make a flight reservation, I go immediately to bookparkandgo.com or with their easy-to-use app. I make the reservation, I prepay, I'm done. I've got that covered parking spot reserved just for me. And when I show up on the day of my flight, they direct me right to that covered parking spot, and the van picks me up immediately, and it's off to the airport terminal we go. And when I get back, I just grab my bags and walk outside, jump on the bus, and it's right back to the trunk of my car. So join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PROMO25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? Overhead Door Company of Kansas City will make it all better. They will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City at 816-221-0072 or schedule online at overheaddoorkc.com.
Oh, baby, Royals baseball is back, and there's only one way to celebrate. That's with a Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. Smooth, refreshing, made for game day. Surfside is the perfect match for a day at the ballpark or catching the game at home. Surfside is 100 calories with 0 bubbles, and you know it, 0 troubles, so it goes down easy. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside, proud partner of the Kansas City Royals. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Royals coverage on The Fan, sponsored by Salvation Army Kick Hunger Civic Lunch on May 7th. Get ready to kick off a summer of soccer in Kansas City while fighting hunger. Join the Salvation Army for the Kick Hunger Civic Lunch 2026 May 7th. Score big for local families in need. Grab your tickets or table today at kickhungerkc.com. That's kickhungerkc.com.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Almost Andy Reid here for Renner Garage Door, America's oldest family-owned garage door company, serving both wholesale and retail markets. Free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door.
RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side 70 westbound heavy into downtown from 23rd Street with an accident before 71. Kansas side off of Gannaughton heavy 35 northbound from the merge with 69 highway up to Antioch with multiple earlier accidents. 435 southbound heavy from Holiday Drive to Shawnee Mission Parkway with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Join us at the Fans Draft Party at the Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill on April 23rd for your chance to win $965 in our draft contest. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
What do you call a camel with 3 humps?
A 3-hump chump?
Pregnant. Dash, 100-yard dash. Back at it. It is 8 o'clock. It is a Tuesday. It is Bob and his bonehead of the week.
Raw. Yeah, it is raw, baby. Cue the bonehead music.
Bob's Boneheads.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if many people are following this one, but this has something for everybody to watch, and we could have a war in Major League Baseball today.
I know where you were going.
Where did you think I was going?
The way you said
I mean,
I don't know if anybody's paid attention to watch, but we are going to war. Pause. In baseball.
Oh, no, in baseball, we could have a major battle today. I'm just saying.
Hello, America.
That's your train of thought, not mine. That is
crap.
No,
I see your smirk.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I was not. I was like, we're going to have a war in baseball. Why I say people aren't watching, it's the Red Sox and Brewers.
Okay.
Is anybody really paying attention to the Red Sox and Brewers unless you're a Red Sox or Brewer fan?
No, there's a tarp on the field.
Exactly right now, right? Are you paying attention to Cleveland and Kansas City if you're not in Cleveland or Kansas City? No, it's baseball. We don't pay attention to these other games that are going on. But this is a series you should pay attention to because I don't know if you saw what happened last night. Contreras got hit by a pitch again last night. And he goes, it's been going on for 10 years now. And he goes, if anybody else on Boston hits me, I'm going to make you pay.
Good.
And so that's where he is right now. He says, I mean, we've seen this skip for the last 10 years. Milwaukee veteran Christian Yelich said after an emotional 8-6 win over the Red Sox on Monday, it's nothing new. We've been through this. It's 9 years for me? It seems like it's every year, said Brewer starter Brandon Woodruff. He's trying to play a game, and he's trying to get his side fired up. Once I knew what he was going to do, I wasn't going to let it affect me on the mound. I knew he had a job to do. And so there's this long-standing beef between Wilson Contreras and the Red Sox. And they say to me, Wilson Contreras says, they always say, I'm not going to hit you. I'm not trying to hit you. It gets old. So the next time they hit me, again, I'm going to take one of them out. That's the message that he's sending there. If you're the pitchers for the Red Sox, why do you continue to hit this guy? And if you continue to hit this guy right now with a 2-8 record, you're just a bunch of fools. And there's no reason to do it, but I hope they do. And I hope Wilson Contreras rolls out there tonight and beats the snot out of somebody on the Boston Red Sox. He has been hit 24 times by Wilson Contreras has been hit by 131 pitches in his career, and the Brewers account for 24 of them, 10 more than any other team.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
Well,
almost 10%.
If you want fireworks in a beanball war, you've got two of the hardest throwing pitchers in Boston, Milwaukee tonight. It is Garrett Crochet versus Mizorowski.
Yeah.
Almost 20%, excuse me.
Yeah, I could almost put that up there with the Seattle Mariners. They suck.
Yeah.
You see what they did this weekend? So they threw up and into Mike Trout, missed him.
I saw, yes.
The very next pitch, they hit him at 95 in the ear flap. And then 2 days later, they hit him up and in on the hand and took him out of the game, and he's injured. Kiss my ass. Screw Seattle. Like, literally.
He was having such a good start.
They were purposely trying to attack Mike Trout, and they did. And they were not only did they throw behind him as a warning shot for, whatever. I understand that in baseball, there's your right there.
Yeah, there it is right now. And Contreras yelling at the Brewers.
Hard slide.
Yeah, he took the guy out at second. People are mad. Oh, he ripped his pants. They were complaining about it. Like, that's old school baseball.
Ripped his
pants. But, I understand that in baseball, as someone is just completely destroying your pitching, you dust them off. Like, you don't need to throw at their effing head.
There's a difference between dusting somebody off, Dusty, you're right, and headhunting.
It's terrible to see that. Like, let's say that Carter Jensen today hits another bomb. Could happen, right? Let's say it's another one. And then Wednesday's game, you see their lefty throw behind Carter.
Right.
That's Bush League, but no one's getting seriously hurt in that. And that's also the Royals being told, hey, this guy's really hot right now, and we're aware. So we're not giving him that sort of luxury anymore. But to come in high to the face and then hit the head, that tells me right away with no excuse, you are headhunting.
That's right.
And then you hit him up and in again where he's got to protect his face and it hits his hand. And you could say, oh, well, Mike Trout's always injury prone. You take a 95 to the hand and tell me if you're Mike Trout or anybody what that's going to do to your hand. So, yeah, the boneheads, man, could go all over the place because I'm all about more hate in sports and to let people know that you're here and not going to get pushed around. And because Jose Ramirez was that guy for years against the Royals. And I would do post-game shows with Vern, and Vern would, pop me up and say, what do you want the Royals to do with Ramirez? I said, throw behind him or throw at his ass. Let him know that you're not going to let him just completely tear your team apart. But I would never advocate for somebody to throw a two-seamer up and in at 95 to your ear flap.
You don't do that. If you're going to hit somebody intentionally, and people know it's coming, it's between the numbers on the back. You wear it, and everybody knows, okay, fine, you took care of business, now we're good. But if you continually throw at Contreras, for whatever reason, the Brewers don't like this guy, and there is a battle royale that could be taking place up there in Boston tonight. And so I guess they're playing tonight. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know what time that game is.
It's 5:45, Mizorowski versus Crochet.
Okay, 5:45.
So Mizorowski will be throwing to Contreras, and he throws
What else are you watching tonight? Right? Like, that's the game
college
right
basketball's
there.
over.
It's over,
The greatest sports event doesn't happen for another 2 weeks from Thursday.
In the draft, right?
Masters doesn't really start until tomorrow.
Right. It's
So,
the par 3 today.
Tomorrow.
What's today?
don't
Is there
know.
nothing today, like a pro-am? Nothing today? Okay.
There's probably something.
So today's kind of a day, like if you're looking for something to watch, man, that Brewers-Red Sox game later on today could be something you go, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on that, because if we start getting a beanball war out there, that's maybe when we actually see some of these guys throw punches if they charge them out. Or maybe it all just ends today and we don't see it anymore, where both sides are like, all right, we're done. Let's just go out there and play baseball. But you know how guys are, right? We're all guys. We've been there before. The emotion gets the best of us. And so I'm very anxious to see how Wilson Contreras is pitched to today and what that game shapes up like in Boston a little bit later on. It is raining up there. The tarp is on. They may not play that game. But, man, that's got a lot of good subplots to it right now. This guy's tired of getting hit.
We got a Nashville number, 615 texting in. No, forget everything you guys are saying. I hope they go at Contreras. I'd like to see him do something. He runs his mouth. He's a little twerp. Give him as fast as you can, fast as high as you can inside, right in the top of the ribs. He isn't going to do anything.
Now, that's the counterpoint right there, right? Fine. You're going to do something? Okay. You run your mouth. Because now the onus is on him. If he gets hit today, he has to go out there and start beating on somebody, right?
Now I want it.
Right.
And then his brother is the catcher for the Brewers.
Oh, wow, yes. Dang. That adds to it.
He just goes,
yeah.
He's just like,
I mean, what do you do?
I'm not fighting my brother. I'm letting my brother go handle his business. He's grown.
Yeah.
Hey, you do it. You've ran your mouth. I've known you my whole life. You've ran your mouth. Hey, Ms. Horosky, let's see if my brother's tough. Here you go. Inside. 97.
I mean, and then you have to wonder, like maybe, remember Izzy Alcantara drop kicking the catcher that one time?
Oh, yeah.
And then running out to the mound? That would be the ultimate. Do you know that video, Mac?
No, it's old school baseball.
Yeah, you got to look that one up.
It's a straight sweet chin music to the catcher's mask, or maybe it's his chest, and then he goes straight out to him, maybe with bat still in hand.
I think he still had the bat in his hand. It's an all-timer. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before, and we'll never. I don't even know that Izzy Alcantara ever made it to the big leagues, Dusty. I don't know that he ever made it to the big leagues, but that is the way that you go out there and you handle your business, the way that he did that. And so that's what we need to see out of Contreras. Drop kick your brother, run out to the mound with the bat.
He just kicked him right in the face.
Yeah.
Sweet chin music, dude.
Yeah.
Heartbreak kid.
I mean, you've never seen anything like that, ever.
Oh, and then a brawl ensues. Let's go.
Well, of course it does.
What do you think a suspension of that would be? 10 games?
Easy, yeah.
Man, that's it?
I mean, I don't know. 10 games is pretty egregious in baseball when it comes to suspension. Normally, it's like the
Kicking
most you'll see
someone in
is
the
like
face,
I
though.
don't know, man. I'm just
10 games is a
I don't
long
know.
time, yeah.
Like 5 games for a pitcher is normally what they get because they miss one start in the rotation.
Sometimes they'll give him 6 to force him to miss 2, you know?
But, 10, 15
10
games.
games a big suspension. That's a big suspension in baseball.
That would be every game so far that the Royals have played this season.
Yeah, that's
which is 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a long time to be sitting out. That'll screw with you the rest of the season. You know, you're losing your timing. Well, maybe there's a lot of lefties in that lineup. I don't know. But you lose your timing. You lose that ability to play every single day. No, I think 10 games is a very long time in baseball. I do. Now, if you run out there with a bat and you're hitting people in the head with a bat, then, that's a different story. We're probably talking 20 games.
What was that, Delman Young that did that?
Yeah, that's right.
And then Randall Simon hit the sausage.
Simon hit the sausage, yeah.
You've heard this before, haven't you? They used to
so.
do the sausage race in, where was it?
It's Milwaukee. Randall Simon
Simon just, out of nowhere, thought it'd be a good idea, grab a piece of lumber and just in half a sausage, dude. Like, what's going through your brain? I don't like that being a guy.
It was like that. That's one where you go, "What the f are you doing?"
Oh no, it was Jose Offerman that did that.
No, it was Randall
No,
Simon.
I'm saying in the minor leagues that hit the umpire because he used to play for the Royals.
Yeah, I know Jose did. Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure he had an umpire. Maybe it was Delman Young. It was one. Maybe both.
Who was
of
the
them
guy
did it.
that came up into the press box with the bat trying to fight Lefevre that day?
Oh my, I don't remember.
With
that
Milton
one.
Bradley. It was Milton Bradley.
That's right.
That's who it was. Milton Bradley came running up the stairs and wanted to hit Lefevre with
The
a bat.
board game guy.
Yeah, of all people that you want to go after, I'm surprised it wasn't me. But like Lefevre, that guy hasn't pissed anybody off. Here comes Milton Bradley up the stairs.
Hudler once, what did he do? He went to the statistician's box. It's like, that's not an error, man. That's a hit. You scored that wrong. And they're like, hey, Rex, you can't.
Yeah, you got to get out of here, man.
Coming up next, we talk MVP talk, but not for what the sport you probably follow, but it is a following story to the day until the end of the season here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll even tell you, my friends at Window World, they know they're the official windows of the Fescoe household. I don't need to tell them because we have over 30 windows in our house that have been replaced by Window World. When we needed new windows, there was one phone call we made, and that was to 1-800-GET-WINDOWS and Window World. And they came out and they gave us that free in-home estimate that everybody loves. They walked around the house. They looked at everything like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We need all of these windows. Here's the price, and we're ready to go. And I'm like, that's it? That's all it took? It was that fast? They're like, yeah, we're ready to go. Let's put the windows in today. And we did. 30-plus windows installed by my friends over at Window World. And Window World windows are one of the 2 windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. And they have a lifetime warranty that covers all parts, glass breakage, and labor. And I know from my experiences with kids and a dog, we have used that free lifetime warranty a lot at our house because we get window breakage, the screen door gets knocked off, whatever it is, the dog and the kids, they destroy everything. But Window World is there to clean it all up for us. They're also the official window of the Kansas City Chiefs. So schedule that free in-home estimate now at 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 1-800-GET-WINDOWS or at windowskansascity.com. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. It's Window World.
Warmer weather, longer days, and a juicy steak sizzling on the fire. Ah, smells like grilling season is here. Stock up and save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Choose bacon-wrapped chicken grillers for $3.99 each. Marinated chicken breasts, $1.99. Thick-cut pork chops, 3 for $5. And specialty brats, just 8 for $10. Don't forget your favorite marinade, rubs, and sauces, and fire up the grill this Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee makes our life easier every single day. Not only do they have great quality customer service and value every single day at Hy-Vee, they help us out and they take the pressure of shopping off our plate. We've got our Perks Plus membership. We upgraded from the regular Hy-Vee Perks membership because with Perks Plus, we get free grocery delivery or express pickup, plus even more exclusive benefits and savings like fuel saver deals all day long. So enroll today at Hy-Vee.com/perks. Only at Hy-Vee.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
Just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Sex, intimacy, love. These 3 things are critical to a good relationship, and that's the problem with erectile dysfunction. It often destroys sexual enjoyment and intimacy. It stresses the love between partners often to the breaking point. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're suffering with ED, you likely know exactly what I'm talking about. But I also want you to know that ED doesn't have to impact your relationship anymore. At Heartland Men's Health, we're ED experts, with our focus on men's sexual health. We've treated tens of thousands of men and have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. I promise you, if you're like most guys, you can get your sex life back, perhaps even performing like you haven't in years. So if ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to better sex, better intimacy, and deeper love. Call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Kansas side, Bonner Springs, K7 southbound gets heavy at Caw, stays pretty slow down to 47th Street with an accident. Northbound slow in the same area with that problem. Heading through the Grandview Triangle, 470 westbound heavy, then 435 westbound stays heavy past Holmes with an accident reporting. Heading into downtown, 70 westbound a little better, but still heavy from Truman off Onegin into the downtown loop. Earlier problem before 71 has cleared. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
8 o'clock-ish on a Tuesday here. Looks beautiful outside. Royals at 12 o'clock today. Vern at 11. Cody and Gold from 10 until 11. Does Carrington show start before 3 o'clock today? No.
What time is the game?
Noon. 12:10.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. By the time you get post game and all that over with, he'll start at 3 o'clock.
Because we nailed it yesterday, fellas. We said the Royals game would end, and right into the next would be the tip-off.
And it did.
I mean,
within like 2 minutes, it was over, and then the tip-off happened. Yeah, it was great.
The transition from grilling to eating to finishing the Royals game to TV in the bedroom on UConn versus Michigan was, I mean, perfect. I couldn't have planned it any better, my friends.
Yeah, it was great. You had no worries or anything like that. The Royals game legitimately ended right as the tip-off was happening. It was perfect yesterday.
Somebody at 816 says, I worked for the Royals and was stuck in the stairwell with Milton Bradley as he was throwing his tantrum.
That was great. That would have been awesome to be in there for that, yeah.
So what year would that have been?
I want
2010?
No, God, no. I want to say it was like 2000, 2001.
So before
maybe.
the cell phone had the cameras and video.
Yeah, yes. Before that, yeah. It was absolutely. I want to say it was 2000, but I think it was the year before I started covering the Royals, because I was there every day for a long time, a long stretch. I would have remembered being there if Milton Bradley ran up the stairs. So that's why I'm saying probably around the year 2000 as well.
Bob would have got a picture of Milton Bradley throwing his tantrum with no shoes and socks on. Should have known this guy was bad.
Yeah. That was back in the day, though. Like, you could do anything you wanted. Like the Jason Grimsley climbing through the air vents to get the corked bat out of the clubhouse before they found it. I forget who had the corked bat, but Jason Grimsley climbed through the air vents and stole it. And
he went full diehard?
It was insane. That guy was nuts, man.
I know what it's like to be what does he say, a microwave?
Yeah.
Or TV dinner or something like that?
Jason Grimsley, though, he was I think he had 6 toes, if I'm not mistaken, was the union rep, and then a plane crashed in his backyard. Like, that guy had all kinds of weird stuff that went on. But yeah, he crawled through the vents in the locker room in the clubhouse and climbed out and stole the corked bat it was corked at the time that they were, and I can't remember who the hell's bat it was, but that's being a teammate right there doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, going full what is it, Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible going down there?
Yeah.
All right, get out. Don't leave
it
any
sounds
trace.
like it's like a Mission Impossible type thing, but this guy was crazy.
Now I know what it's like to be a TV dinner, I think is the line from Die Hard. So I understand that not a lot of people are NBA fans. Maybe not a lot of people were college basketball fans. But for a while, the AP Player of the Year that eventually would go to Cameron Boozer, there were conversations. Is it going to be Darius Acuff? Is it going to be A.J. DeBonza? Is it going to be Cameron Boozer? Is there any chance Wagler can get some votes in there?
Is that different than the Wooden Award, too?
Yes.
Okay.
If Caleb Wilson wouldn't have gotten hurt,
There's
definitely
also-
would
and
have been
if
there.
Darren Peterson played the second half of the season as much as he played the first half, we wouldn't have all that narrative as well. But either way, that is
Totally.
completely gone. And the story to me in sports right now is this MVP race in the NBA. Because we do this, I feel like, every single year in a lot of sports where we take the acronym of most valuable player, the MVP, and we focus on the V, the value of the player.
Mm-hmm.
To me, there's no question in my mind because of the random stats we give random mornings on the show, like, oh, here's a new Wemby stat. And you're like, okay, I didn't know that. The plus minus that Wemby has tells me everything I need to know about value to his team. Without him on the floor, San Antonio is a minor league G League team. That's harsh.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But they don't have the same team, and it's not even close.
Definitely not.
It's what was it? You said they were plus 600 or something
Hey,
with him on the floor, minus 17 without him.
Look, I don't think you're wrong at all by saying that right now, that they're a minor league G League team. Did you see the Chiefs without Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, but this is a good roster. I won't stand for that.
Okay.
This is a good roster. But yes, Wembanyama lifts them up. Yes.
Yeah, you take the best player away from any team,
For
and
sure.
they're a minor league operation, you know?
And the conversation I think I saw from the Ringer was that I think Bill's leaning towards maybe now towards Jokic being the MVP because he's old school. Like he likes the old school style of the game that like reflects like because Jokic. So let's break all the three up. It's SGA, it's Wemby, it's Jokic. Those are the three front runners. And right now SGA is minus 4,000 on certain books from Vegas. He's the most valuable player on his team, but his team is still good without him. He's the best player on the best team. And Wembanyama makes that team what they are. And without him, are they a top 8 team going into the playoffs?
I was going to say they'll be vying for a play-in spot. They'd be a play-in team. Yeah.
They'd be a play-in team.
And then
it's not a playoff team
And
yet,
then you have
right?
the same sort of conversation you could have with the Nuggets. Now, they have a really good point guard on Denver's team that plays very well with Nikola Jokic. Right? Like, it's not Donnie Mitchell, but it's
Jamal Murray's incredible.
Murray.
Yep. Aaron
And-
Gordon, Christian Brown.
Correct.
Yep.
They are also elevated by Jokic's game, which makes the valuable part of the acronym in MVP really heavy towards Jokic. But if I had a vote, and I don't, I would put this award in Nikola Jokic's hands. Because of the moves that they're making with his game elevating again last night, I think he had 33, 13, and 14. Whereas I think Wemby will eventually be that player. I think the assists will move up for Wemby in his career. Right now, they're, I think, average 4.8, but the assists happen to him. Like, the way they run their offense, he runs to the middle, and then he either is so much higher than everybody else because of his natural God-given attributes, or what he does, which I'd like to see more of, is they crash and just basically build a blockade that he can't get through, and then he dishes out, and someone hits the three.
Yep.
I think you just made the case for why it's Wembanyama, and it's not even close. You mentioned SGA, and you said he's got a lot of good players on his team. You mentioned Denver, and you listed off a bunch of guys that play on his team. Nobody's named another Spur.
Well, Mac
in
hasn't talked
that
yet. He can get going on
conversation.
I was going to say, I could name it. They have good players. They have 3 awesome point guards.
But I don't think any of them are people that anybody knows, right? And without Victor Wembanyama, they are in that kind of category, for the most part, unless you're a Tank R Us team that's out there. I think Victor Wembanyama is not only the most valuable player in the NBA, he's the most valuable player for the league, not just his team is what I'm trying to say. He's the most valuable player for the NBA. He's the face of the NBA. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows what he's doing. He's grabbed the casual fan. Jokic has not done that. SGA has not done that. Victor Wembanyama has done that, and I speak from experience because I'm a casual fan. Now, I do have a little Spurs bias because I covered them for 2 years and lived down there for 2 years, but it's not a bias that, I'm checking at the door or anything like that. The Spurs, whatever, it's a team. But I will say this, the casual fan, of which I am, I know what Victor Wembanyama is doing. I don't really know what those other 2 guys are doing, and therefore that's why he, in my opinion, is the most valuable, because he's doing more to create more fans and create more interest from people who are not interested, like myself, in the NBA at all.
Correct.
But Victor Wembanyama is a spectacle. He's special. He's doing things that we don't see. He is by far the MVP of this league.
Yeah, it's why it's fun, is because that you could say that, and then I can go, okay, well, SGA's 6.5 clutch points per game this season are the most in recorded history. He's done that with a 66.8 clutch shooting percentage.
You're speaking gibberish to me right now, and I know you're saying some important things, I'm sure, but for the average, not very into basketball fan, that's gibberish for me. I look at guys and I go, wow.
It's the best clutch season of all time.
Wow.
It's the best clutch season of all time.
Yeah,
he has 175 clutch points, 7 clutch turnovers.
Yeah.
They are 20-7 in clutch time because of SGA. That would be the argument to him. Also, Jalen Williams has missed a lot of time. That's their second best player. And Chet Holmgren, who's their second best player while J-Dub was out for the majority of the year, is a 17-point-per-game scorer. That's not a bad player, but this is not a guy who's going to average 25 and bring in, and he hasn't been exactly what we wanted Chet to be. Still a great player.
And it also goes to how you define value.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you define value? I know I define value in sports way different than you do. I know that for a fact. You roll out all these stats. I don't give a rip about any of that.
Yeah, that is value. Those stats mean value.
But for you, they do. For me, that doesn't, right? It's the way that I view sports differently than you. It's not wrong. It's different. I don't care about your stats. I'm not saying that they're wrong. It's different. I don't give a rip about that. And I would imagine most 49-year-old guys are looking at that going, I don't know anything what that means, but I know if that guy's on, I'm going to watch. And that's value because he's marketing the league. How do you take the league to the next level? It ain't clutch points from SGA and shooting percentage. It's what are you going to do that's different, that's going to bring me to the table? How are you going to get Bob Fescoe and people like him to pay attention to your league? Do things, have players that resonate across all of sports, not just in the NBA world. And Victor Wembanyama does that. There's not many athletes out there that do that, guys. Patrick Mahomes is one of those players where everybody kind of resonates around him. They want to see what he's going to do. Aaron Judge and you know, you've seen Ohtani obviously resonate throughout sports. There's not many athletes that do that bring half-ass fans like myself to the party and create fans. Victor Wembanyama is one of those players. SGA's not. Just not.
Yeah, you're talking about like branding and marketing.
Yeah.
It's just a very different conversation than what the MVP is. It's not the MVP conversation,
Well,
though.
but for me, it's who's most valuable. How do you define value? That's what it ultimately goes back to. How do you define value?
Yeah, the voters aren't caring about what you're saying. The voters aren't
And I
caring
don't care about
the
what they
NBA's
say
turning them on
either,
because
though.
Wemby. The NBA is going to care about clutch stats. They're going to care about why you were there, on-off numbers, plus, minus. That's what they're going to care about. Wembanyama's the face of the league.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because
There's no
in the
question.
NFL, they'll lean towards like contested throws, or they'll lean towards like, you know, because what was to take that conversation and put it into the NFL, where they were debating Drake May and Matthew Stafford this year, was that Matthew Stafford's touchdowns were weighted because they were like, what was he like? He had 14 touchdowns inside the 5. And they're like, well, that's a 5-yard touchdown pass. That's kind of a stat where it's like those numbers are skewed. Whereas they look at Drake May and they'd say, well, look at the schedule that he played. But then they'd say, look at his contested throws that were in you know, either double coverage or single coverage. And the contested throw is to the point of the clutch stat of the shot. Like we've seen SGA do that because those where that value stat comes in is there's probably 3 to 4 games that he hit game-winning shots or go-ahead shots that if he does not hit those, they don't win those games.
Yeah.
But I just think he's the best player on the best team. And someone said that on the text line, the Spurs are 11-5 without Wembanyama this year.
It's fair. It's a good point.
So-
They're only 2 games behind the Thunder.
And what I love about this conversation, and whether you hate it or not, I don't really give a rip, but if you're having these conversations where you have to pull these minute little stat things, and maybe clutch shots aren't minute, but like you're leaning towards that, where you're going past the naked eye of saying, well, Jokic is averaging a triple-double. Jokic is doing stuff we haven't seen since 74 and 75. You're like, yeah, but SGA's having a better year than he had last year when he was the MVP, so tell me what. Then you go, well, Jokic is having a better numbers this year than he had when he won the MVP the last time he played. And then you look at Wembanyama.
Last
and
3
you're like,
times he's won.
And you look at Wembanyama's numbers, you're like, well, he'll get his. That's bullcrap when you put that sort of stat. Like, he's still got some, he'll get his MVPs.
I hate that. I hate that.
Do they not do that?
They do it all the time. You hear it all the time. Well, we can't vote for that guy. But he'll eventually, like Josh Allen at the beginning.
And then
he'll get his eventually.
And then what they'll do is they'll say, well, because I'll watch a lot of First Things First with Nick and Danny, and they follow the NBA pretty closely. I think they're both very educated on the topic, and they'll get into these battles, and like Danny will be like, well, I mean, Wembanyama is only averaging like 4.7 assists a game. And then Nick's like, so we're just going to not talk about the 5.5 blocks that he has a game? Because where's SGA's blocks? And that's what's so great about this conversation is that you do have to nitpick because it is such a tight race. But everybody thinks it's tight except Vegas, which I'm so confused.
Yeah, that is
4,000
shocking to me.
negative for SGA.
Especially with the Nuggets run that they've been on, you'd think Jokic would have better odds than that.
They don't know ball, dude.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the wire. I'm really excited.
It should be because Oklahoma City is going to be the 1 seed.
Yes.
Without SGA, are they the 1 seed? The answer is no.
No, no way.
Nuggets are going to make the playoffs and make a run.
Would they make the playoffs without Jokic?
And his performance? The answer is no.
No, probably not.
Do the Spurs make the playoffs without Wembanyama?
It's close.
You say they're a play-in game if they do.
Yeah, they're the top 10.
Can we just get Spurs Thunder for like the conference finals?
That's what sucks is hopefully, but you're going to get Spurs Nuggets, and that's why the Thunder have a massive advantage.
I'm okay with that too.
Because they're sitting there going, okay, you guys have your bloodbath in the semis, and then we'll be here.
Who are they going to play in the semifinals? The Lakers?
Lakers, maybe if they they don't got
they fell apart because Luka was in this conversation.
Oh my gosh!
Well, he's hurt now, so
he's
done.
He's done. That's what I'm saying.
He's in Europe.
Yeah, he was in this conversation because he was leading the league in points. He was averaging like 32 a game, 33 a game,
which is what SGA's 31 a game, I think. Yep.
It's just I love
it's a great race.
Sports.
Yes.
But it's also, it shows you the machine out there, too, that pumps all this. Because, again, very casual at best NBA fan. I don't even know that I'm a casual NBA fan. You look at TV and all they're showing you is Wemby. I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, and that's the machine because they know that's how you get more eyeballs. That's how you create more fans. You show us, people who don't pay attention to the game, these superstars that are doing unbelievable things. And every time you look up, it's Wembanyama doing something because he's also a beast. You've never seen a player like that before out there. And so for me, from my standpoint, yeah, he's the MVP because he gets people to pay attention to what's going on in the sport. So I think that's very important. At this day and age with so many options out there and so many people just bouncing around, how can I get somebody that's casual to hang on to my sport a little bit? Well, this player's doing it, man. He is. And look, Aaron Judge does it in baseball. Ohtani does it in baseball. Patrick Mahomes has done it in football where you get the casual fan. I'm sure Messi is that guy for the casual soccer fan, right? All the 25-year-olds wearing scarves and drinking IPAs. It all started because they saw Messi kick a ball. And they're like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And then they became fans, and they wore their skinny jeans rolled up with their boots on, and they're having their IPAs, and they're loving soccer. And it's because of Messi.
Nuggets on the other, because Jokic is my MVP.
I'm cool with that. I think I'm kind of leaning that way.
The Nuggets with Nikola Jokic in his career are 493 and 315. Without him, they are 32 and 40.
Wow.
And maybe that's why you went out and got Mark Malone at North Carolina.
This is why I hate MVP fatigue.
Yeah, he's won 3 out of the last 4. Yep.
Correct.
Yeah, so it'll be 4 out of 5 if he wins. It's going to be hard for him
Well,
to get
it is what it is, man. Then go knock him off his pedestal. Go be better. I don't know what to tell you. He is one of the greatest basketball players I've ever seen play basketball.
Yeah.
He draws me to the TV even if Denver plays a late game. I will watch him because I will always bet him to have a triple-double. Like, it gets to the point, Mac, when you bet a Nikola Jokic triple-double, it's minus 110. That is stupid. That is stupid.
Well, like what Bob mentioned with Steph Curry, how it's like, oh, we feel like we can relate. He shoots threes. We can do that. It's like you watch Jokic, it's like he doesn't dunk it. He's not fast. He's the least athletic guy on the court.
He's even more interesting off the court.
Yeah, and he is very relatable because you look at him like a beer league guy at noon on a Tuesday playing at the J. Yeah, right, exactly.
Hitting little hook shot. He didn't do anything crazy. It's just he's so, I don't know.
He doesn't do anything crazy,
Precise.
and he doesn't do anything that makes the kids fall in love like they did with Steph Curry.
That's true.
And
He's
Steph
not as
Curry, to
exciting.
me, is the ultimate athlete because you see kids of every age and generation wearing a Steph Curry jersey every single day in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm floored by it. Every time I see it, and it's literally almost every single day that I see a kid, when I was picking up the kids at school, or you'd see a kid coming out of the school with a Steph Curry jersey on. Like, you could wear any NBA jersey, NFL, whatever you want, and all of these kids are wearing Steph Curry jerseys. I've never seen that before in any sport with any player. Now, maybe there was a Mahomes effect nationwide, but I don't think so. You weren't going to New York and seeing kids in Patrick Mahomes jerseys.
Not the same.
It's not. I've never seen it before. I've never seen a player resonate with kids like Steph Curry does. And not just kids. You're an adult. You were a kid when he played.
Oh, yeah.
There are kids today that are kids that are resonating. Like, it's weird. It's bizarre. It's crazy. I've never seen a player transcend 2 generations like Steph Curry truly has. It's remarkable. Kids, when you were 10 years old, were buying Steph Curry jerseys.
Crazy.
Kids
Literally.
today are 10 years old and they're getting Steph Curry jerseys. That's insane. That's masterful by Steph Curry. And I don't even know that much about Steph Curry, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, good on him, right? Yeah.
Not out there talking every day and telling you how to live your life, you know?
Nikola Jokic also leads in rebounds at 12.9 a game and assists at 10.9 a game.
In the league.
In the league. SGA, when it comes to assists per game, he is 16th in the league. When it comes to rebounds, he's not in the top 50.
No, he wouldn't be there. Yeah.
No.
Top 1 in points.
If you take Luka out,
Luka out, yeah.
Luka was averaging 33.5, SGA 31.4, and the next was Ant at 28.9.
Quite a gap.
If we're going nitpicky with MVP, I look at a guy that is in the top 10 in 3 important stats, and he leads in 2 of them, and one of them are assists at almost 11 a game. He should get 13 rebounds a game. He's a monster. But the fact that he's scoring 7th highest in the league, or 6th now if you take Luka out, 1 in rebounds, 1 in assists. It's disgusting, dude. It's MVP-ish.
Yes.
It's
100%.
I don't know.
If I was a big SGA guy and I wanted to argue hard, I'd have some advanced defensive stats because he's better at that than Jokic, especially with the injury he's had. But again, it's hard because he's still winning games. He's still coming up clutch. That shot over Wemby,
disgusting.
No one else can do that.
No. And it's not going to be here forever. So just enjoy it and praise it.
Yeah, I mean he's 31. You know, I believe so. Yeah, he's 31 years old.
Yeah. But it is fun. It is a fun race to see this happen because I'm excited to see what the next wave of basketball presents with all these dominant figures in there. Luka's still young. He'll get fixed right. They'll move on from LeBron. They'll go Reeves, Luka, and get somebody in there and hopefully make LA fun. The Celtics are insane. Because here's another one that debunks it. What, Jason Tatum has already more double-doubles than SGA
this season?
And he's played in 13 games or whatever it is? Yeah. Let's just keep crapping on SGA. Guy's a great player. I'm not saying that. Great player. Fantastic. One of the best players in the NBA.
Yes. On Tatum get MVP then.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, his teammate is 4th, but he's 30,000 to 1.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
The only thing I find very, very disgraceful is that SGA, according to Vegas, is minus 4,000. That to me is insane.
That's nuts.
And Luka is plus 6,000. So maybe I go not Luka, Nikola Jokic. He is plus 6,000.
Put a flyer there.
I should, and I will. I guess I can.
Who's getting the hockey MVP?
Never heard of him.
My blinds are always closed on that.
It's like mine for the NBA, but I mean, if we're going to talk NBA MVP, I don't know. Connor McDavid?
Probably. I don't know.
Should be, right?
What's that 20-year-old kid? Is he putting up MVP numbers?
I don't think so. Jack Hughes, winning the gold, could be the MVP of the NHL, but they're out of the playoffs. It's got to be Connor McDavid.
I don't know. Somebody brought up that 20-year-old kid in hockey yesterday because we were talking about could you be 19 and play in the league of the NFL, and it was like no, couldn't do it.
2-man race, and man, it looks close. Connor McDavid 4th at plus 2,000. You got here we go. Celebrini at plus 1,400, and then you've got Kucherov and Nathan McKinnon minus 114, and Kucherov plus 116. It is a tight 2-man race.
That is a tight race. Minus money.
Yes, they can. We have a supporter for SGA. He's an unselfish player. How many games did he not even play in the 4th quarter to allow his teammates to get the game time?
No, it's called load management. Yeah, exactly. If you don't need to be in the game, you're not going to play.
It's called a blowout.
It's the Lamar Jackson argument. Hey, his team's so good, he didn't even need to play in the 4th quarter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes had a lot of those too, but he still played.
We talk about great coaches on the other side. One lost a national title last night. One might be on his way up as a winner of the national title, and he's got a great first name here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, when you're having work done around your house, you want the people who are doing the work to have as much pride in your house as you do. And you think to yourself, well, that's probably going to be hard. I love my house. It's my happy place, right? Nobody can have as much pride in my house as I do. Well, CertaPro Painters actually does have as much pride in your house as you have in your house because they take pride in what they do. When you drive up to your house, what's the first thing you notice? You see the color of that house. You want it to look good. You walk inside. You don't want to have dingy walls or a paint color that's outdated now. You want your house to look awesome, and CertaPro Painters can do that for you. You can trust the CertaPro Painters to get the job done right because, like I said, they take pride in everything from reliable communication to professional painting. They make the process worry-free. And when you choose CertaPro Painters, you're partnering with trusted local professionals with over 70,000 five-star reviews to make your house feel like a home. Right now, they've got their spring sales event going on, 10% off qualifying projects now through May 15th. And each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in Kansas City. So schedule your estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. It's CertaPro.
Forget what you think being a cop is. In Leavenworth, we're not robotic, no egos, just real people doing real work and loving it. You'll have a front row seat to action you can't script, and you'll do it with the latest high-tech tools in modern policing and technology that helps you do the job smarter and safer. It's real. It's not for everyone, but if you want in, come apply.
Leavenworth PD. We're different on purpose. Got questions? Give Sergeant Flynn a call and apply now at leavenworthks.gov/police. That's leavenworthks.gov/police.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends at QC Kinetics want you to feel better, and you want to feel better, and I want you to feel better. And if you have knee pain or back pain or hip pain or elbow pain and you're not feeling good, you need to see my friends over at QC Kinetics. You know, as we're heading into that vacation season, you want to be able to do everything. Maybe you guys are going to go play golf or tennis or walk the beach. You want to be able to do all of that with your friends and family and not have to say no. I want you to say yes. And at QC Kinetics, they specialize in regenerative treatments that get you back in the game without surgery or those endless recovery months. Be honest with yourself for a second. Does joint pain keep you up at night? Are you taking pills all day long just to get through a shift at work? Well, QC Kinetics can help you every single day. And their treatments are done right in the office. No downtime, no meds, no surgery. You get your treatment and you go about your day. So call them for that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Located at 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
Looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle? Well, head to Low T Center, the #1 name in TRT. You can choose between testosterone shots, pills, or Clonopine. Pay with insurance or out of pocket, and even have your treatment shipped to your door. And now Low T Center is offering new peptides, new treatments, and more. Boost your energy, your libido, and your confidence for results that you can feel. Book your free testosterone test right now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
When Kansas City storms roll through, hail and wind can damage your roof without you even realizing it. If your home was hit, call us at Century Roofing for a free inspection today. We handle every step with your insurance company, making the process stress-free and easy for you. For over 35 years and more than 35,000 roofs, we've been protecting Kansas City homes. Let us protect yours. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Some things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly, or a Casey's spicy chicken sandwich and a 49-cent medium fountain drink, or a Casey's breakfast sandwich and a 49-cent fountain drink, or even Casey's limited time hot ham and Swiss sliders and a 49-cent fountain drink. You get the idea. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. See store for details.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army's Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Traffic for DM Entry Law, Kansas side, K7 southbound, very heavy coming out of Bonner Springs from K32 down to 47th Street with an accident. 635 northbound, pretty heavy from K5 to the bridge with construction, and 70 eastbound, heavy from 57th Street towards 635, setting up road work in the right lane. Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results. Mike's got this. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Breaking news out of Delta. They're raising checked bag fees by another $10 or more.
Everybody's done it in the last week. All the airlines starting to panic with the oil prices and whatnot. We got to get the diesel prices back in the. That's what all the trucks are powered by, and gas. It's all this diesel that's $8 a gallon right now.
Yeah, my buddy was on a rant yesterday. He works for a logistics company. He was talking about it, and I was like, "Oh man, I didn't think about you." He goes, "What do you mean?"
Diesel affects everybody.
He's like, "Trucks, man." He's like, "It's tough right now." What's tough right now for the Cubs, this hurts because I got a couple of this guy's cards. Cade Horton, man, looks like Tommy John. They're up-and-coming stud pitcher. He's going to have a second evaluation with visit with Keith Meister in Texas day after his MRI was not clean and not good, trending down the bad path. Hate to see that. Cade Horton, man, he was supposed to be solid.
Yeah, that tweet was bad, man. Like, I read that too, and I'm like, damn.
There is no
trending down a bad path. It's not something you want to see.
No. And then hearing the MRI was not clean and
bad.
Not good.
It's not clean and it's not good. Next step, cut it off. Okay, fine. Jackson Dart arrived for his first day of practice. His girlfriend was not there.
It's because she was in Lee Summit looking for my address. I think Surfside listens to our radio station. Took a picture of a blueberry lemonade and vodka Surfside can yesterday on the patio of Llewellyn's in downtown Lee Summit. Big day at Lee Summit today. We got to get out and vote, baby.
Oh, today is voting day.
Yeah, municipal voting day.
Yeah, municipal voting. It's a big one, yeah.
Big time. And Surfside goes, sunshine and feels a little warmer with a cold con.
Yes. Let's go.
Oh, 37 years ago today, Major League was released in theaters.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Smash.
Have you seen that one, Mac?
Oh, yeah.
You have? Okay, good. 37 years, that 10 years before you were born.
Yeah.
And what is your name? I didn't get the privilege to know it. Mrs. Dorn. Oh, shoot. Where's Vaughn?
I had no idea.
Yeah. I only got one thing to say to you, Vaughn. Strike this mother out.
Yep. Yeah, that's the clean version. Yeah. When you watch it on TNT or something like that, they cut out all
Strike
the
this
curse.
guy out.
Yeah. Strike this gentleman out.
Yeah.
Like snakes on a plane.
Yeah. So coaches today, we saw some fun carousel yesterday with Rob Maloney's brother taking the job in North Carolina, former Jokic coach, by the way. That was one of the weirdest firings in NBA history, in my opinion. Wins the title next year, gone.
It's that's the NBA, man.
Same thing happened in Milwaukee as well.
Ask Mike Brown. That guy gets fired every year and then gets hired by somebody else. Who's he going to get hired by when the Knicks fire him after the end of the season?
He'll go to Cleveland again when LeBron goes to Cleveland.
LeBron
for the
goes
Super Bowl.
my gosh. Yeah. LeBron will go back to Cleveland. Yeah, that's right. He is.
I'm just trying to wear the tinfoil hat of the NBA for like 2 seconds. But Great coaches in the world of sports today. We're seeing a lot of like generational type of coaches in the game of sports, right? Like you look at the NFL, you think Andy Reid probably number one, but you're seeing guys like McVay, Kevin O'Connell. You're seeing this guy in Seattle that you didn't give any respect to
Mike
all
McDaniel.
year.
Mike McDonald.
McDaniel. You got that little guy from Zootopia, the Bush man, the big guy. But if you look in sports today, where would you? We'll go baseball, basketball, football, and college basketball. And then we'll do college football. I still think Kirby Smart gets in college football. Do you guys agree or disagree?
As the GOAT? I don't know.
Oh, you want to go
know.
GOAT?
Yeah,
okay.
like GOAT. Because I was thinking
Saban.
like last night, if Hurley would have won the championship, he would have been considered one of the GOATs of coaching.
Yeah.
And I started thinking, who are the other coaches out there that can be considered GOATs, just in sports in general? And I came up with 4 names, really, and that's it for me. And maybe Kirby Smart is a 5th name to throw in there. I put Ryan Day, since he's the head coach of the Ohio State, in the Big Ten, which is now the best conference in college sports. It is, and there's no arguing that. I put Terry Francona down on there. There isn't arguing. Who's beating the Big Ten? Everybody's had their chances.
You're going
Nobody
small
is.
sample
You're going
size.
small sample size. If I went the last 20 years, it wouldn't even be close.
I'm talking current. I don't care about the last 20. We're talking current
Schwinger?
right now. No, I don't have her on the list.
Oh, I thought you were talking current.
Oh, no, not the KC current. I got Terry
She's the
Francona
goat.
on the list, and I stretched to put Terry. I don't think there's a Major League Baseball manager worthy of being in the category of greatest of all time of coaches. I thought
He's
about
keeping
Dave
all that
Roberts.
ego in check.
He is, but I mean, it's easier than what the Yankees had in the 90s, you know? Like, I mean, the Yankees, at least back then, they would make a mistake and it wouldn't be as cover-upable as like this one is in L.A.
It's tougher in New York than it is in Los Angeles.
It is.
Not
yeah.
by much.
Not
but it
much,
is.
but it is. It's tougher. But now, Dave Roberts, I would have a hard time because everybody would push back. Yeah, he's got all the talent. Now, if it was college, I'd put him up there because in college, you're in charge of getting your players. In professional sports, you're not, right? So I wouldn't put. It's hard for me to put Dave Roberts up there. I have Eric Spoelstra on the list. He doesn't get enough run.
That's a good one.
And then Andy Reid. And after that, I don't know that there's many others that belong in a category. Now, Hurley would have been in that category if they would have won last night. If 3 and 4 years, you're in the greatest of all time current category.
Self, Izzo? No. Right below?
Yeah, probably.
I
right
agree.
below.
I agree.
I just think we throw around great too much, you know?
Greatest,
we're
talking about GOAT. Yeah, not even just great.
Yeah,
like,
Matt hates
GOAT.
GOAT conversations. He thinks they're bad.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
But he would be considered like one of the greats of all time had he won that thing
He'd have
last
won
night.
3 and 4 years.
I know.
He'd
Right.
have been 19. He's
Right.
would have been 19 and 1 in his last 4 years in the tournament.
There's just not many good coaches in professional sports that you can put up on these pedestals. It was really like a good exercise for me because I'm going through all these names. I'm like, if we're saying great, there ain't a lot.
Then let's delete Ryan Day. No offense.
Okay, that's
let's
fine.
let's hold up the standard.
Yeah,
Let's
'cause
hold
they-
it true.
they were almost
Kirby
firing him
and
at
Ryan
Ohio
Day.
State.
And
Gone.
then there isn't one in college
Yeah,
football.
I agree. Not one.
There's not one in
There's
college
not one.
football because the Ryan Day one for me was like, maybe I have to. There's got to be somebody in college football.
Yeah, I just to that
But
level.
maybe there's not.
They might be. They might get there.
Maybe.
Ryan Day's got a while. Obviously, he's young.
Yeah.
Got to be young, right?
Yeah. Ryan Day's young. Yeah.
Yeah, 47.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's very young.
Kirby
Yeah.
Smart's
Spring
only
chicken.
50.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Kirby Smart has coached 10 years, he's 117 and 21.
Yeah, I would be quicker to put him in.
How many national championships does he have?
2?
3.
He's got 3 national championships.
He won
Kirby
in-
Smart does.
He won in 17, he won in 21, and he won in 22.
Well, he's on the list then.
Yeah.
Or no,
then
he's
he
got 2. He's been to
Okay.
he's been to 3, he's won 2. He lost in 17, he won in 20. He won back-to-back, 21, 22.
I'm like, his name's in pencil.
Yeah.
His name's in pencil.
Yeah.
3-time SEC Coach of the Year.
And
No,
you know what,
he's
Matt?
incredible.
I said the same thing to myself last night with Kirby Smart. I'm like, I kind of want to put him in, but I didn't. But then I put Ryan Day in. I don't know why I did that.
Well, we know, which is fair. Hey,
It's just
a little
bias.
biased.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little bias.
It is a little biased.
sprinkle it in.
But
Give me Josh Heupel in there. Just kidding.
well, I don't even know that his
He may not survive Tennessee after this year
Yeah.
because he had him there. He had him on the top of
I
Rocky.
know.
You
And
don't
now
think-
they're on Rocky Bottom.
You don't think he's going to?
Not if he's losing people to Vanderbilt. You can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that.
You cannot
We
lose
cannot
to your number
start
one
that.
rival.
Well, I told you Vanderbilt owned Tennessee.
And to
though.
your
I mean,
point, that the game has changed. Vanderbilt is going to be a relevant.
yeah.
Not
So
better than
okay.
Tennessee.
So then you say, oh, we can't lose to Vanderbilt, right? Which is old school approach. New school says don't matter what your name is anymore. It really doesn't. I mean,
we've got money.
Well, use it then. Or your guy too busy doing whatever he's doing up in Cleveland.
That's exactly.
You know,
Damn it.
BBL stinky. You know, so I think when we look at the current coaches, we're talking about current coaches right now, and who has an opportunity to be in that GOAT category. There just aren't many.
Belichick.
I mean, all the greats of all time that you could have had in this category 3 years ago have all abandoned the profession.
Been gone. Yeah.
They have all abandoned the profession because they saw what was coming down the pike.
Sean McVay, another one that we obviously not even in pencil yet. He's too young, but one that could be on this list in 15 years.
And, and I was thinking about other guys that could potentially be on this list. Kyle Shanahan could potentially, but he doesn't have a title.
Doesn't have it yet.
He doesn't have a title. Nobody in baseball is worthy of being on this list right now. I just don't think there's anybody worthy of being included in one of the greats of current coaches in this category. Unless I'm missing somebody. Like Bruce Bochy's done, right? He's not managing somewhere
You have
anymore,
a couple
right?
Bochy texts.
Well, we have a lot of people confused with the conversation.
Exactly,
It was
that's what's
current
happening.
Coaches that are considered the greatest of the times.
Right.
And
Saban?
not like Saban, not the greatest. Bobby Cox, not the greatest. Like,
No. We're not
Thanks for
talking
listening.
about people who are in the past. We're talking about current coaches who could be considered in that. Because Hurley would have been considered one of the greats of all time if he had won.
You just leave off Bear Bryant.
Nobody texted that.
No,
did
I
they?
just made that up because I'm an ass. Coming up next, it's Jay Southland-Toe with Start Bench Cut here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Matt Quattrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends at Golden Oak Lending want to help you do what you need to do from a financial standpoint. That's exactly right. And you're thinking, how can they help me do that? Well, it all starts with you taking that free mortgage checkup right now from my friends over at Golden Oak Lending. It's risk-free. There's no paperwork. There's no credit card required. Just call 913-890-GOLD and tell Golden Oak Lending your current financial situation. Then tell them where you want to go. What's your dream right now? Is it getting out of credit card debt? Maybe it's paying off some repairs around your house. Maybe it's paying off college tuition or a wedding. You can do it all with my friends over at Golden Oak Lending. The average cash out customer saves $1,104 per month when they refinance with Golden Oak Lending. Think about all that money staying in your pocket instead of going out to credit card bills and all that kind of stuff. Let Golden Oak help get you to where you need to go. And when you refinance with Golden Oak Lending, you'll go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment. We're talking about June by the next time you've got to write a mortgage check. So call them today and take that free mortgage checkup. No paperwork, no credit card, just a phone call at 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD, and let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. If you have breast, head and neck, or brain cancer, proton therapy may be a better treatment than conventional radiation. Don't wait. Get your second opinion at Kansas City Proton Institute. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced proton therapy team. Learn more at kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
Xfinity Tech Support, Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Oh, baby, Royals baseball is back, and there's only one way to celebrate. That's with a Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. Smooth, refreshing, made for game day. Surfside is the perfect match for a day at the ballpark or catching the game at home. Surfside is 100 calories with 0 bubbles, and you know it, 0 troubles, so it goes down easy. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside, proud partner of the Kansas City Royals. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
If you miss being able to finish a road trip playlist on a road trip, we can help. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Traffic for Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Kansas side, 635 northbound, heavy from K5 to the bridge with construction. Southbound on the Missouri side, very slow, coming down past Horizons Parkway with the same issue. Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. When you plan ahead, you get more options, better scheduling, and less stress. Schedule today at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
What's up, KC? It's Chris Bubich. Tune in all season long to the play-by-play with Denny, Jake, Ryan, and Stu right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station. Here's Fescoe, Dusty, and Mac with this week's edition of Start, Bench, Cut.
It is Start, Bench, Cut here on 96.5 The Fan. It's brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow. So get in the know with Jay's Southland Tow. Trying to figure out how much money Cheerios pay the MLB Network to put that gigantic
huge,
billboard
right?
behind the guys.
Huge.
All right, let's start it off here.
And it's got us talking about Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios and all the good Cheerios that are out there. The Apple Cinnamon Cheerios.
Yeah, Apple Jacks. Start, bench, cut, your MVP order, Wemby, Joker, SGA.
I'll go Wemby, SGA, Joker.
Start, all of them. I'll go Joker,
Did I persuade
SGA,
you
Wemby.
a little bit?
I think a little, just us talking it through. It's just hard. I'll go Joker, Wemby, SGA.
I know that I'm hard. Do we get... I guess he played last night, but they always play those double-stack games. I wonder if we get Denver tonight or if we get San Antonio tonight or if we get Oklahoma City tonight. Because with that Spectrum channel, I get OKC like every single night they play on their own network channel. So, Hornets and Celtics tonight. Okay, 7 p.m.
Smash.
Let's see. Oklahoma City Thunder play the Lakers. And no Nuggets tonight. Spurs are... also not playing.
They're off, yep.
But either way, moving on. Start, bench, cut. We talked a little bit about it earlier. A baseball brawl. A football brawl. Now you ask yourself, what's a football brawl? Do you remember Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan? That's what I'm referencing.
Okay.
Richard Sherman and Michael Crabtree. Aqib Talib, Michael Crabtree.
Yep.
Or good old NBA fight that we saw this year as well.
Got to start the NBA fight. Those are the best. They really are. I mean,
you remember where you were with Malice in the Palace?
Oh yeah, I was at the Charlie Hooper's. I'll never forget it. We were in there watching. It was right before Thanksgiving.
The dude in the crowd proud that he threw it in our test.
I mean, and that was like a Tuesday night, I think. I don't know, and the place was packed that night. It must have been like import night or something, you know. And I remember the place just being packed, and that game, for whatever reason, obviously took over the TV. And that was back, in 2002, whatever year that was. I mean, so, the TVs weren't great.
Was it Steven Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal, and Ron Artest were all attacking, like Rip Hamilton? That was a great Pistons team, I believe. Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, I think were all on that team in the Malice and Palace. What a golly.
I mean, it was nuts.
They were in the stands.
Yeah, well, I mean, but the stands were throwing stuff at them. I mean, that was as and look, I'll be honest with you, man. I do not blame the players for going after the fans in that situation. I think we need more of that. If these fans are misbehaving, you go out there and you beat them up. That's the last time they'll say something, So yeah, NBA fight is a start for me. Football is a bench, and then I'm cutting the baseball brawl because there's never a punch thrown. There's nothing more insanely boring than when the pitchers waddle out from the mound. By the time they put out their cigarette and get out there, I like taking the stairs. And like it's all a bunch of dudes going, hold me back, bro. Like there's never a punch thrown. That's why when Graham Lloyd went over the top of somebody and cold clocked one of the Baltimore Orioles years ago, that was great. And then the Royals got him. Like, I remember when you did that. That was awesome. Last time I've seen a punch landed in a baseball brawl.
Yeah, that's the correct order. I love it.
You had Tim Anderson get popped by Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
In his career.
Yeah.
You had a Ruben Odor hit Jose Batista, right? Clocked him in the face, knocked his shades off.
That was a good one, too. But very rare. Like, when you get the big brouhahas out there on the mound, where are we going for dinner is going to be uttered out there because that's all baseball people talk about is where they're going to eat that night. So that's what they did. They were talking about where they're going to eat, smell my breath, hold me back, let's make it look like it's something. It never is. I want to see, like, Reggie, there was a video of Reggie Jackson yesterday or the other day circulating on X, formerly Twitter. Hits a home run and then charges the mound after he crosses home plate and beats the snot out of that pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
We need more of that. We need George Brett sliding to third, standing up, punching Nettles in the face, dusting himself off, and staying in the game. You want to regulate the game. Let's go.
So, Mac, you went in the same order?
Yep. I love the football brawls, though. I love the 1v1s.
Oh, dude, I used to love that because Andre Johnson never, lost his cool. He was, one of the quietest guys in the world, and Cortland Finnegan just started, talking a bunch of crap, and he just did not want to have any of it. And then when they interviewed, was it...
Richard Sherman?
Yeah, when they interviewed Richard Sherman, that was great journalism by old girl. That's all. Erin Andrews.
It was Erin Andrews.
She's like, who are you running? Crabtree.
Yeah.
Keep his name out of my mouth. And then Trent Williams at the end of the game. Punch me in the face then, Trent.
Who ripped the necklace off? Was that a keep to leave?
That was to keep to leave. Snatch the chain.
Snatching the chain.
Of Crabtree, right?
I think so. Crabtree was just everyone. Yeah, and then you had Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans. That was fun.
You had Mike Sweeney. He didn't miss a punch.
Mike was a good one. That's an all-timer.
He picked him up and slammed him down.
That was an all-timer.
And then there's the video of Mo Vaughn protecting his pitcher. The guy runs out to the mound, big-ass Mo Vaughn. Or you can be, Albert Bell getting ready to be force tagged in the way to second base. By the way, that was the cork bat apparently Grimsley was trying to find.
Was that the cork bat that he was trying to find?
Bell.
Oh, it was Albert Bell's. I thought there was an Albert Bell tie-in back in the day. That's right. He was playing for the Indians at the time, and I think, that's when it was Grimsley went.
This comes from...
Albert Bell, he'll just punch you as he's running.
Dude, he got walked on 4 pitches, refused to take first base. They had to stop the game and say, no, dude, you have to go.
And Albert Bell was a better name than Joey, too. I'm glad he changed. It was more fitting.
Bell,
Joey, you're kind of like, you're nice.
Well, it's like you could either be Larry Jones or you could be Chipper Jones.
Right.
I'll go with Chipper. This was a conversation amongst friends yesterday. What's the best streaming device as of today? Disney Plus, Netflix, HBO Max.
I'm going to go Netflix. It's the one we utilize the most, and you can get it overseas so you can watch your NFL. HBO Max second, and then I'll go Disney Plus third. I'm just kind of out of that.
Oh, yeah, this is tough. HBO's got the best shows and the best writing, but Disney Plus has the most versatility, and I can watch sports on Disney Plus and watch movies and shows, so I'll start Disney Plus, bench HBO, and cut Netflix, even though I use Netflix maybe more than either of these two.
Yeah, so why are you cutting it?
Because it's not, because HBO has something that Netflix doesn't and Disney Plus hasn't, but there's more shows on Netflix that I'm
is
watching
like your
currently.
basic cable now, I feel like.
That's what
Everybody's
thank
got
you.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And they took away the sharing fee because they upped their prices and people dropped their
Big time.
Netflix. They were like, okay, well, you can share with your family. Come back.
Oh, they did. They brought that back. Shocker how that works, right?
Exactly. Wednesday.
Hey, wait a second. Fast food lovers. We can give you a $2 burger now.
How about this Wednesday baseball game, day game, Thursday night football, Monday night football?
I'll start the Wednesday day game, bench Thursday night football, cut Monday night football.
Agree.
Right in that order.
Agree.
Yes.
Next Big Ten title in college basketball, Iowa, Nebraska, Michigan.
I'll start Ohio State.
I'm rooting. I'm a Iowa supporter.
Okay, so you're going to go Iowa, then I'll just take Michigan or Nebraska. To be different.
Hoiberg,
yeah, because I like Fred Hoiberg a lot.
Yeah, I like him too, yeah.
So I'll start Nebraska, bench Iowa, and cut Michigan.
Yes, agreed.
The last one we saw, the Artemis 2 was by the moon. Start, bench, cut, where you'd go. Deep blue sea. So like the James Cameron voyage where you don't know if there's 1,000-foot squid getting ready to just completely eat your submarine. Deep space or cave crawling.
None of them.
You're out?
Yeah, I'm out on all of them. I don't want to risk my life. And all those, I feel like you're going to die.
When I see the cave crawling videos, I have to stop watching them halfway through because like my what do you call that? Where you can't be in a tight place.
Oh, claustrophobia?
I'm literally like, I can't watch this. And like a lot of those people die.
Yes.
Because they just get stuck. And I'm like, what in what world?
People love it.
Is somebody like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crawl through a tight ass hole and I'm going to go down below the earth.
They all think they're Andy Dufresne. They're going to come out dry on the other side.
Well, that's fair.
Cutting that. Starting Deep Blue Sea for sure.
I'm starting deep space, cutting Deep Blue Sea, and getting cave crawling all the way out of here.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, the deep space is probably the safest of the three.
That's what's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy.
It's safer to go to space than it is to go under the water.
I mean, could you imagine? Like this kid just found like a megalodon tooth in the bottom of the ocean that is literally like the size of Rhode Island.
No kidding.
And this kid was diving and he found this tooth. They lifted up and it was from a megalodon.
How far down was he?
I don't know.
Where?
Couldn't tell you. I just saw the video on X and it wasn't AI. They did the whole thing like, Grok, is this real? Yes, this is real. This kid found this tooth of a megalodon.
Oh, I would love to know where that was. That's
Google's
cool.
your friend.
Yeah.
Coming up, we get into draft talk because the draft, as of Thursday, is 2 weeks away here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for all things draft.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, your lawn is looking okay, right? Or maybe it's not even looking okay, and you want it to look awesome. Then you need to call my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, because these guys took our lawn from to looking like the best lawn on the block. I actually love pulling up to our house now and seeing that lawn. I pass dandelions, I pass dead grass, I pass more dandelions and more, and then I get to our yard. There's no dead grass, there's no dandelions. It is just a beautiful yard welcoming me home every single day. And we couldn't have done it without the folks over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, because we tried for 10 years to figure this thing out. They came in 10 minutes and figured it out, and now we have the best lawn in Kansas City. And the college-educated professionals out there have gotten the job done right the first time, and they're going to do it for you as well. They study your soil, they study the grass, they study the seeds, they study the climate. They know exactly what to do to get the best-looking lawns in Kansas City, and they offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control. Right now, if you mention this ad, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application. So get in touch with them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Hello, Kansas City. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
This NBA season, every shot you take with Fanatic Sportsbook puts points on the board. Earn up to 10% fan cash on your bets, win or lose. So even if your bet misses, you're still scoring fan cash, which unlocks exclusive rewards like authentic apparel, game tickets, and meeting legends at Fanatic's events. Make the switch and turn every bet into a bucket with Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-522-4700. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Offer not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatic Sportsbook app.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
For years, Gone South has been a podcast about crime in the American South. But for our new season, we're widening the lens. Through deeply reported, narrative-driven stories, we're digging into the myths, scandals, and power structures that still shape the South, and, in a lot of ways, the country itself. Follow and listen to Gone South Season 5, an Odyssey podcast. Available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Today, expect a high of 62 with mostly cloudy skies.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
All right, so I found all the information on the Megalodon because I'm sure everybody was waiting to hear about this. It was found by Aiden Andrews, a 16-year-old kid from Wyoming. He was fossil hunting in, I don't know how to say it, Minnesota Key in Florida. Discovered the 15-centimeter tooth from an already extinct animal called the Megalodon. Scientists say the Megalodon weighed up to 50 tons, measured up to 18 meters long, and had teeth the size of a human hand. Damn. And there's video of the tooth. Could you imagine?
What is he doing with the tooth? Does he get paid for that?
I think Indiana Jones called him and said, that belongs in a museum.
Yeah, well, then you can buy it from me.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't mind that.
No, that's what I'm asking. Do you get paid for something like that? I don't know the answer.
Finders keepers.
Well, yeah, but
losers suck.
But can you sell it? Is what I'm asking. Is there somebody out there? Is there a dynasty? If you had a rare baseball card, obviously you could go sell that. Is there somebody that collects rare dinosaur teeth?
For sure, absolutely.
Who?
Archaeologists.
Oh yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I worked with a guy who was obsessed with dinosaur stuff.
Oh, you're being serious, huh?
Oh, very. Oh,
Yeah.
very. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very good at it.
So would this guy buy that tooth?
He wouldn't be able to, but he'd know museums that would, and he'd work there.
What do you think a tooth like that would go for?
Oh, you start the price.
I'm serious. What do you think the dinosaur
Millions?
tooth goes for, right?
A few million.
You think that much?
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I have no way to judge this at all. There's nothing to base it on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no playbook. There's no, you don't send it off and say, well, we've had 6 of these found before, so there's literally nothing to base it off of, I wouldn't think.
So this says generally range in value from $30 for a small or damaged one and $10,000 for an exceptionally large pristine or a rare colored tooth.
That doesn't sound like a lot of money to me, guys, to be honest with you.
16 years old and I get 10 grand? I'm cool.
Yeah, but for something like that that's 15 million years old?
You know what I'd do? I'd cut a hole in the top of it and that'd be my necklace.
They're paying more for a baseball card than they are for a dinosaur tooth. I would think the dinosaur tooth would be more rare, but again, more people want the baseball card, so it's supply and demand. But I would imagine like a 15 million year old tooth.
Look up what Nick Cage spent on a T-Rex skull, because there's like a reason why he's like bankrupt and like so broke, because he buys like random stuff. And I'm pretty sure
like a cemetery plot, and he's not even dead.
No, he bought a house close to a cemetery, and he can't sell it because he's like
he has a cemetery, his own plot.
He also has a house near a cemetery that he wants to sell, but apparently it's haunted. And he's like, "Yeah, buy my house." Like, no,
I don't want that.
Absolutely
house.
not. Buy or sell. You trade pick 29 to go get Dexter Lawrence from the Giants.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah. Dexter Lawrence is a game changer for me. And Mac was talking earlier about the running backs in this division now. And I just think Dexter Lawrence makes a lot of sense. And if you can get a proven player and you have to give up pick number 9, essentially, for your proven player, I think that's something that you do. Because if you were to tell me with the 9th overall pick we're selecting Dexter Lawrence, I'd be in on that. I'd be really in on that. That would be a good pick if you had that opportunity to do so. Like if you did a draft of NFL players and we had the 9th pick and could select anybody in the league, and you told me we were going to take Dexter Lawrence at number 9 with that, that's your proven run stopper. That helps Chris Jones become a better player. That helps Karlaftis become a player. And now all of a sudden you got a defensive line that the rest of the league is looking at and going, okay, what are we going to do here?
What would you do currently at 29? Is that your corner?
Yeah, that's the corner or the edge rusher or the wide receiver. It's one of the two that wasn't done at 9.
Because what are you doing at 9 as of April 7th?
Wide receiver or edge. One of those two, not Caleb Downs. So I would probably then pick the corner or an edge rusher at 29. So
Why
I'll go
are you
wide
out
receiver.
on Caleb Downs now?
I'm not out on him. I'd still love it. And I think
Okay.
he's a great player. That's not where I'm leaning right now. Right
Okay,
now, I'm just
gotcha.
leaning towards the more positional need, and that's edge or wide receiver. But no, still would be really pleased the next day that we came on the air with
You
Caleb
would
Downs.
Binkley this thing up if they took Caleb. Okay.
No, but we'll have Binkley on tomorrow at 6:45
Yes. Yeah,
because
people are ready.
all of our draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of Blue. So
The new odds for Dexter Lawrence just came out of where he could end up, just hot off the presses. Chargers are the leaders in the clubhouse.
They have the most money.
Well, they have but also the brother combination there, right?
Trevor
I mean,
Lawrence.
and now it's interesting
Be
to
in
think.
Jacksonville.
Well, I mean, let's think about, would he trade to make Andy Reid's team better while his brother's in that same division? That I didn't factor in.
Damn, yeah.
Because blood is thicker than water for most people, anyway. But
It's a good, yeah,
but,
that's a good point, though.
would you do that? That's an interesting twist that I don't know if teams ever consider it. I don't think they will.
Yeah, and then let the
give me
league-
the best offer.
and then find out the league's tampering, that the brothers are colluding.
Yeah, then they're
So-
colluding and something like so. Houston comes in at number 2, Cincinnati
Oh,
and
my
Tennessee
God.
tied for 3rd, New England 4th.
Houston gets him.
The Chiefs are
Jeez.
25-1. God, if Houston got him,
My
Game
God.
CJ Stroud still wouldn't get him the Super Bowl.
oh my God, if Houston got him, it'd be the greatest defensive line of all time.
Yeah, I don't want Cincinnati to get him, although that wouldn't really change much on their defense. It would
No.
help. Obviously, he's a great player.
Is he going to play quarterback in September when Burrow's hurt?
Exactly.
I would be interested if he did go to Houston, if you could have that conversation, because I still think the greatest defensive line of all time is that 2003 Bucs team. You had Warren,
won the World Se-
you had
yeah.
Warren Sapp, you had Simeon Rice, you had who's
The team that won the Super Bowl.
yeah, destroyed Rich Gannon. Like that D line was insane.
So why do you think Houston's number 2 in odds for this one?
What's
Because you know
their-
you put the odds to get people to wager money, obviously, is what
Right.
Vegas is trying to do. It has no bearing on where they think he's going to end up. They think how they're going to get money on each side. Obviously, the Charger one has the built-in brother combination. But Houston? Cincinnati? Maybe because Cincinnati wanted to go out and get, a Max Crosby, and now people are looking and saying, maybe Cincinnati has, collateral that they can go out and spend because they lost their guy to Baltimore.
Trey Hendrickson.
Trey
yep.
Hendrickson to Baltimore. Tennessee. Do they have money they got to spend.
So
right?
much
That's
money.
a scary defensive line with
Him and
that.
Jeff Simmons.
Ugh.
And the Jets got to spend a lot of money too.
I'm just glad you didn't say Philadelphia on that list because I'd have been
too.
sick in the stomach if they got another guy.
Philadelphia is second to last, 40-1 odds.
Yeah, they're running out of money fast.
Man, the Titans added John Franklin Myers, too, so they would add him and Dexter Lawrence with Jeff Simmons. That'd be fun.
That'd be crazy, right?
That'd be good. Yeah,
I'd
man.
Actually, if I was Cam Ward, I'd be like, can I throw behind that line?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, when does that conversation take place? Seriously.
Hey, can you guys play both sides of the field?
Seriously.
Yeah.
They'd block the hell for him, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. The Texans are.
Is that a weird?
Did you ever see My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah,
of course. Mac, have you ever
not
seen My
seen that
Cousin
one.
Vinny? Okay, so when they're doing the opening arguments and you got the stuttering lawyer and then you've got Vinny and when his friend goes, I want that guy.
Yeah.
Like that needs to be C.J. Stroud. I want that line right now because you got rid of all my offensive linemen. Give me these guys. So there's a lot of spaces that he could absolutely end up. But I think really, guys, he would be a huge addition for the Chiefs. I think he'd be a great addition for this franchise. And even if you had to give up number 9 to get Dexter Lawrence, I think that would be a good draft pick to give up, to have a player who's 28, 2 years left on his contract, makes Chris Jones better. I like this guy.
I don't know if I'm giving up 9. Maybe I'm selfish with the 9th pick because I want to see what we can do inside the top 10 with Brett Veach for the first time and with Patrick Mahomes.
Hopefully for the last time.
For the last
Correct.
time.
Yeah, I want to
This
see.
would be the only time.
And I want them to take advantage of that. That's why I'm anti-trade down. I'm okay, obviously, with trade up because you're just getting closer to the top. But, I want to see what he can do. Because for those people that are out on Veach, which I think is just laughable, but I will say that the two of the last 3 drafts can give you some of that neglect towards it. One of the excuses we always see, or one of the things that we always give Brett Veach the benefit of the doubt of, is what do you do when your team's picking 30th, 31st, and 32nd, yet you're still going to the playoffs, it's still going to the Super Bowl? Well, now we've seen a 6-11 team that got devastated by injuries, but also by maybe not the greatest picks in the past. But again, maybe that's finally where those late picks kind of came into the picture, where it's yeah, they took Felix, they took this guy, they took, whatever. And now it's okay, draft, guru. You have the 9th pick in the draft. Not only that, you have collateral with what you can do with that pick. So I'm kind of selfish. I want to see them stay inside the top 10. Obviously, I want to see them draft a receiver or an edge rusher. I wouldn't mind if it was Ruben Conrad Bain at defensive edge. But I would also be the guy at the top of the mountain saying, Carnell Tate, how the Ricola guys go.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at. So, that's why I listen to Binkley and Chris with the character concerns, or I listen to, these guys talk about the draft, because I just listen, and if I only like it when I hear the name I want. Because I don't dive that far into the draft where, a guy's vertical is this or a guy's arm length is this and let it concern me. I go off what I know and what I've seen play and what I think would fit on the team. And to me, right now, with that pick at 9, I think you can get that edge. And I think you can get that wide receiver because, Malik Lemon was there or whatever. Lemon was there Lakai Lemon was there for Binkley and Chris for a while. And they said at one point they were going receiver, edge, receiver. They had 2 receivers in the top 3 picks. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. Mahomes isn't getting any younger. And I want to see them lock up a position that's going to cost them money.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Because every single year in the offseason, we always talk about the same damn thing with the Chiefs. Well, they don't have any money. They don't have the cap space. They're going to readjust Mahomes. They're going to have to do this contract-friendly thing with Kelsey. You don't have to worry about that if you hit on a top 10 pick, which you should in the draft. At least the odds would say you can. And that's why I'm selfish to that.
Well, and I think also, too, with the top 10 pick, you got to remember that guy, if you were going to sign a guy like that on the free agent market, it's going to be very expensive. You get essentially 5 years at the league minimum, if you will. You're not paying a lot to these guys when it comes to the guaranteed money. I think probably, $25 million or something like that over 5 years. It's not a big chunk of change when it comes to the grand scheme of what you pay for football. And so if you can get an edge or a wide receiver, which are 2 of the 3 most expensive positions right now, 2 of the 4 most expensive positions in all of the NFL, if you can get it and draft a guy like that, you have to do that. It's like acquiring pitching in baseball. It's too expensive to go out and acquire pitching. It's too expensive to go out and pay for it on the open market. Wide receivers and edge rushers are too expensive to go out and get on the open market right now. You have got to find a way to get those guys in the draft to keep your costs at a reasonable level so you can make the rest of your team better. You can't go break the bank on an edge rusher or a wide receiver and pay everybody else too. So you've got to hit on those guys in the draft.
The thing that I want to ask is, do you think if we did a poll question Do you think Ruben Bain is out for fandom? They want the other defensive guy from Miami. Bailey?
Messidor? Yeah, Messidor would be later. David Bailey from Texas Tech. I think.
Jets are talking about taking him at 2 now. There's smoke about that.
So
Gosh.
You think if you did a poll question and you did Bailey, Bain, Tate, do you think everyone would still lean towards getting Mahomes help and it would significantly bring Cornell Tate to be the leader in the clubhouse?
Yeah, people like skill position players in the draft.
Yep.
That's the way people vote. They know his name. It's exciting. It's fun. It's tangible. You can see that, right?
Yep, played at Ohio State.
Yeah, so people would vote. I think it would be an overwhelming majority voting for a wide receiver in a poll like that. Yeah, because I think the 2 defensive ends would cancel each other out.
Yeah, and as much as Ruben Bain was there, and we all watched him in the national championship game, he was in the college football playoff weekend, and he was a big part of that. There was a game where he was bad.
What big games has he played in, though?
Exactly. There was a big game where he's bad. There was a big game where he was good, but it's just not the same impact. We don't remember those guys as much, especially when it's not like a Myles Garrett type edge. He was just good.
Yeah, David Bailey's a type of Myles Garrett. That's a beast.
Want him. Yes.
His
over under right now for him, where he'd be picked, is 4.5.
Oh, 4.5. I was going to say 3.5.
Ruben Bain's got 8.5. Is his over under? Carnell Tate 7.5.
Somebody says on the text line, Bain at 9, trade 29 for Lawrence. Now that's the D line.
That's an incredible. That'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Because you can name it all right now. You can name all 4.
Yeah.
On your defensive line.
Bain, Lawrence, Jones, and Karlaftis.
That'd be fantastic.
And then you've got Gelati and Lott coming off your bench.
Yeah.
Yep. People are forgetting about those 2 guys you drafted last year that we didn't get a lot to see.
And Kyrus Tonga.
And Tonga's also good.
I like Tonga Ali. He was really good.
And if you have Lott coming back after we saw him and then we didn't because he laid that stick on Jalen Hurts and then it was out, it was gone. And then Gelati finally kind of got into the rotation. You're like, man, this guy's actually pretty athletic. He had a pick. He dropped back.
Pick.
So, I mean, then think about that. Think about the conversation that flips if you do that scenario. Take Bain at 9 and take 29 and send it to the Giants for Lawrence. All of a sudden you go from like, man, our defensive line is bleak to, damn, our defensive line is deep.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
I mean, you're 6 deep and you know all 6 names.
I'd rather have a deep defensive line than a deep wide receiver room.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I have an offensive line I believe in. I have a running back that I
strategy
believe
works
is
for
top
a lot
10.
of teams that have been successful in the Super Bowl, called Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks.
I mean, that's a copycat league, guys. What won last year? Where were the Chiefs lacking last year? We know the running game, they solved that
And
issue.
I'm not discrediting JSN because he is a sub receiver, but when you're that good, they almost did the Mahomes effect with him, with the rest of the team. Like, well, we have him as a receiver. That'll make everybody else better. I mean, their tight end was great this year because you could just get them confused with what JSN was going to do, and they paid JSN. They gave him his money. And maybe I'm being disrespectful to other receivers on Seattle's team, but that's what they did. And they ran with a 2-headed running back system that one is now in Kansas City. So maybe you don't need all the wide receivers that you think you need. Like, you need the help on defense.
I mean, every conversation has been going, yeah, that's a good point there too. Like that's the beauty of picking at number 9 too, is that you really can go in any direction and nobody's going to really be upset. I think the only way fans are upset, you know where I'm going with that, they take an offensive lineman at number 9. Fans will be upset about that.
I will be upset.
Yeah, everybody will be upset, and rightfully so. That pick sucks on draft night, right? Number 9, you're taking a right tackle when you got a guy already. Now, in 2 years, if he's playing right tackle and we never hear from him again, then it looks like a really good pick, you know? We never hear our right tackle's name mentioned again. That's kind of what you want. So it makes sense, but what we want at number 9 is more cachet. We want more excitement at number 9, right? Like a general manager taking an offensive lineman at 9. Sweet, we're setting our team up. Fans taking an offensive lineman at number 9. Boo, don't like that pick, hate it.
Well, lots of Chiefs fans are talking about Peter Schrager's mock, and he does have it as an exciting pick at number 9. Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver out of Arizona State, is what he says. And this is his mock based on what he's been hearing around the league and people he's talked to, not on what he'd actually do. So based on what he's hearing, he thinks the Chiefs at number 9 pick Jordan Tyson, which is high. That would be a reach based on where he's mocked. And number 29 picking Colton Hood, that corner out of Tennessee that has killed all his pro days and the measurements, if you will.
So McDuffie's the highest corner Veach has selected, right? And probably the best corner he's had.
Yeah, him or Snead would be the argument. Yep.
So would you want him to pick 29 at corner? Or do you want him to find that magic later in the draft and find defensive line help and offensive weapon help.
I just want you to take the best available players, regardless of the position at that point in time, at any point in time, right? Like the position stuff is fun for us to talk about and what we need, but they don't do that. You know, they're looking at they've got their list of guys on that board, which has gotten smaller because so many guys are staying in school. So that I think they said that list of 100 is now down to 75, just based on guys that, so that's not first round picks. That's 75 guys that they believe are draftable, which is not a lot.
No, it's not.
That is, think about that, guys. Seriously. That is not a lot. That is 2.5 rounds.
Yeah, and they have 9 picks. Are they going to have 75? Of the 75 going to be in those 9, right?
And maybe they're willing to give up a couple of picks this year to get more picks next year as well. Because 75 out of how many players get drafted? 253?
Sounds right.
Right? Isn't that 263 maybe? 270, somewhere in there? And you only have 75 that are worthy of draftable players. That's a small number, I feel like. Maybe they're going, no, this is what it is every year.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen of the
We'll go with that guy.
I want that guy.
I thought I had that in my old folder from After Hours because I compared that guy to the I did that to the guy from the Wolf, the guy that stole the money, the Casey Wolf guy. And his lawyer was like, the goalposts are not moved back.
Yeah, that guy.
It is still the third quarter.
He's locked up still, right?
Yep.
He hasn't gotten out.
I believe so. Yeah, I would definitely take McDuffie at 29.
Okay.
Yes, if you can get a McDuffie corner, absolutely you do that.
You get a McDuffie corner, you get Ruben Bain at edge.
Yeah, your defense is set. Yep.
And then you go sign Juwan Jennings in free agency.
Something like that, please. I just need someone, or you draft someone at 40 that you love, that you think's a first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
That drops.
Yeah.
I know.
I shouldn't be like that because I don't know who that player is. But you said that, and immediately I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, no, that's not what I want.
I kind of want a wide receiver at number 9. I think if you're going to go out there and get one of the best, you got to go and take them in the top 10. I think anything after that, you're just kind of like, whatever. We've picked a 29, 30, 31 before. It's like,
So you say you want to be more sound defensively. What if they took Tate at 9 and then at 29 took the tight end out of Oregon?
Eli Stowers? Kenyon Sadiq. Yeah, Stowers is Vanderbilt. I don't think he'll be there.
Right.
His over-under 15.5 right now, Kenyon Sadiq. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think the defense would be good enough. No, I think you would be...
You'd be back to 18?
You'd be allocating your assets in the wrong place. You've got Patrick Mahomes, what I believe a top 10 offensive line, a top 10 running back, and the best offensive coach in the game still.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to trust that. If you're not trusting that, then this team is really not going to be good.
Yeah, another good point. This is why it's a fun conversation, because every time we talk about something,
I know
you peel another layer back and get even deeper into, kind of what's going on.
And now my head, you're like, it all sounds good.
It all sounds great. And now I'll be honest with you, my head is now swimming. I'm like, damn, I thought I had a pretty good feel of what I wanted this team to do. But each time you suggest somebody else, you're like, well, could later this. And I'm kind of with you, man. This defense last year, I'm gonna stick with my gut on Thanksgiving Day, watching that defense against Dallas, going, damn, these guys are slow. These guys are slow.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get to the quarterback. They can't cover anybody. They're a step late for everything. We need to get younger and faster on defense. And I'm going to trust my gut on this one and continue to say, I got to trust my gut. I got to do something with that team on defense because they were a day late and a dollar short last year.
And trust the trend of the NFL.
Yeah.
This is not Chiefsaholics' last drive. And he
is. Coming up, we'll wrap this show.
Yeah.
We'll wrap this show up on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan. 96.5 The Fan. Your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carlos Esteves, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at QC Kinetics are saying, hey, you need to feel better. Summertime's coming, right? You want to do all those great outdoor activities. You want to hang out with your family and your friends, and you want to be saying yes to all those invitations and not no because your knees or your hip or your shoulders are bothering you. You can get all of that fixed and get it fixed fast at QC Kinetics because they specialize in regenerative treatments that get you back in the game without surgery or with those endless recovery months. And be honest with yourself. Are you sitting there at work, oh, man, I need to take another pain pill to get through the day? Or do you not sleep at night because you've got that joint pain? If you're saying yes, then you're exactly who QC Kinetics helps every single day. And the best part, the treatment's done right in the office. No downtime. You get your treatment and you go right on with your day. It is that easy. So now it's time to get that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Located off 435 in State Line or in Gladstone. 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
How old is your roof? If it's over 15 years old, it could be time to replace it before small issues become major problems. At Century Roofing, we've installed over 35,000 roofs in more than 35 years right here in Kansas City. We know what to look for, and we know how to protect your home. Schedule your free inspection today and let our team give you peace of mind. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Well, I'll tell you, we're all looking for ways to save money, right? Whether it's on groceries, whether it's at the pump, and Hy-Vee is here to help us all save money. I love going to Hy-Vee because when I go in there, I'm saving money every single day. And we're busy right now. We got 2 kids doing 4 sports, and Hy-Vee is able to help us out because they reward loyal customers like me with a free Hy-Vee Perks membership. The free membership includes access to weekly fuel savers deals that stack up and save me a lot of money at the pump. And I also get exclusive members-only pricing on hundreds of items every single day. So upgrade your membership to Perks Plus like I did and get free grocery delivery or express pickup, plus even more exclusive benefits and savings. To start earning all the benefits of Perk Plus or to enroll for the very first time, just go to Hy-Vee.com/perks today. That's Hy-Vee.com/perks. Hy-Vee Perks, the best grocery value in town, only at Hy-Vee.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the highlight of my morning.
Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
You've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circa Sports. From baseball to basketball to hockey, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circa Sports has you covered. And don't miss out on the special Royals props for every game. Download Circa Sports app or visit circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here for wherever you are. That's the benefit of blue.
It's noon. You can find me in the club. Pocket full of Dubs. Wow. Tell me you're from the suburbs of Missouri without telling me you're from the suburbs of Missouri. Pressures when aligned at nose tackle since 2022. Mac Dexter Lawrence, 108. You want to guess the next closest? 3, 2, 1. You're an idiot. Vita Vea, 32.
There we go.
Wow. Yeah, dude, it is.
Wow. Jeez.
What do you know
He's
about
unbelievable.
pressure?
He's unbelievable, man.
Don't forget our draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army's Civic Lunch. Don't forget to go out there and do your civic duty and vote in your municipal votings today.
Big day for KCMO, right?
You got to do 3 things. Just like when you call Mac for the Beef Creek Wagyu. You got to go vote. You got to get a sticker. You got to take a selfie with sticker.
Yes.
Oh, you got
Because you didn't vote if you don't tell people you vote.
That's right.
Like you didn't go to the gym if you don't tell people you went to the gym. I don't believe you if you didn't vote, if you don't show me a picture of your sticker.
As of an hour ago, there are already 1,000 Division I men's basketball players in the portal, more than 1,000. It opened at midnight.
That's right.
Yeah. And people who I know there are fans that are like upset about this portal, but this is what you're supposed to do. You're giving yourself an opportunity to see what better things are out there for you and an opportunity to potentially set yourself up. I'm sure KU fans are mad that their guys are in the portal, or Missouri fans are mad that their guys are in the portal. You know how it goes, right? K-State fans aren't mad. They got to get rid of everybody over there. But I think when teams enter the portal, we look at this as a negative thing, or players enter the portal, we look at it as a negative thing. It's also a way maybe to get rid of some guys that you consider dead weight. They may be good players, but they're not helping your program move forward, so you get that opportunity. But I think it's a great opportunity for the players. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm sure Bill Self is telling all these guys, yeah, go for it. See what you can get out there. Give us final refusal would be nice if you want to, but yeah, go see what you can make and go see what you can do. And any coach that's not telling their players to go in the portal isn't there for the best interest of their players, and that's what you're supposed to be as a coach.
No, I agree. I think it is better for the players, excited for them, and obviously KU dealing with a lot of that. But I did see a tweet that I thought was interesting, and I'll bring it up to you guys, about just the strategy when it comes to what type of player you're recruiting, because Paul Mbia and Flory Badunga, both big men, underdeveloped guys, raw talents that came into KU, and Bill Self coached them up for the last 2 seasons, and now they're both better. They both have improved dramatically because of Bill Self and this coaching team and this coaching staff, and they're both going to leave and go make money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you've got them to where they are, you've got them good, and now they're just going to leave and go win somewhere else. So it's like, is that worth it, I guess, anymore, taking that underdeveloped talent and taking the time?
No, it's not. It really isn't. It does, because that's Bill's best attribute. His best teams are those developed 4-year stars. And now on him, now you got to adjust and figure it out. You know, That's kind of where college basketball is going right now, is towards that. That's why I like the Mark Malone hire a lot at the University of North Carolina. It's easy to mock and joke and say he was their 10th choice. but it makes a lot of sense for where college basketball is headed right now, and that's towards more of an NBA style than anything. I mean, 1,000+ players already in the portal, and it opened at midnight? How many kids play college basketball? You got 365 Division I teams times 12 guys a team.
Can't D2, does that not work?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know the answer to that
because
question,
all those
right?
kids that were at Northwest, they transferred to
Did they go to the portal, or are they just able to go because it's like D2 to D1, right? Say there's 365 teams times 12 players a team. There's 4,380 players roughly in college basketball. And, yeah, about a quarter or so have already entered the portal. Over 1,000 of the 4,300. So this is the new game. This is what we're doing, and you've got to accept that now in college sports. Otherwise, you're going to go kicking and screaming. And I saw a tweet from some guy who goes, "I sound old, but I miss all these players transferring. We should have one I'm like, okay, Grandpa, put your Sansa belts back on and complain at the grocery store that the line's too long. Like, you've got to evolve. We can't hold on to the past because we're not going back. We're just not. We can't sit here and go, oh, I wish it was this way. No, we've got to embrace the new. And I know I have, and I love it. For those that are kind of kicking and screaming to go across the finish line, embrace the new. You'll like it. You did it in baseball, and it's turned out great.
We are in some hot water with a couple on the text line because it was my problem because it was stuck in my head, and I couldn't get it out.
Yes, they can.
And this guy goes, thanks to you guys, my wife has threatened to divorce me because I keep saying "con" like you guys and correcting her when she says it.
I love that. Con. I'm here for that.
Speaking of being here for something, this is cool. Jason Kelsey just posted on X about 20 minutes ago. It's his daughter at the driving range. And he says, excited for the Masters this week. So I went out to the driving range with my daughter last night. It was her first time swinging a real club, and she killed it. She also won closest to the pin, getting her a mint chocolate chip ice cream and a waffle cone. She's hooked.
Winner. Let's go. That's a win.
She's got a little like a punch swing, and she hits a rope, dude. Pink covered driver head and everything. Just out there, love it. That's golf, man. You go out there and hit one good shot.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, wow, so I can do this?
Now
yes,
do it
you
again.
can. You just have to get everything right to that point of execution. And it's very frustrating when you do it once and never again.
And never again. Never again. Not even twice. Never
Bob
again.
golfed once, threw his clubs in the pond, let everyone back at the course.
That's true. Yeah, I was done. Over it.
On this date in 1993, since we're doing movie birthdays, on this date in 1993, The Sandlot debuted in theaters.
Wow.
Wait, it came out the same day as Major League?
But in 1993, is that when Major League came
87.
out?
But that's just cool. The same day. Two of the best baseball movies of all time, maybe the two best, depending on how you rank them, came out on the exact same day. That's wild to me.
1993, 33 years ago. I was 5 when that movie came out, almost 6, and now I'm going to be 39 in a couple of months. Wow, 33 years ago. Gee, many Christmas, The Sandlot. Because now all those guys are either in jail or they're like 50. I'm serious. Like, I just saw a video recently, like, of the guy that's, He was getting in a fight on the street outside of a club or something like that. I'm like, dude.
I did see that. Yeah, I saw
Well,
that.
hey, wait a second. So you're in your 40s and you're doing that.
Do you know who I am? Yeah, I do, but I don't care.
You're out here scrapping at a club in your 40s.
Do you know who I am? Yeah. Nobody gives a rip, dude.
No one cares, man.
No one gives.
Cool movie, though.
Great movie. It's one of my top 5 favorite
It's a
movies
great
of all time.
movie. It's a classic. Yeah, it's one of the best ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's number 1 is Terminator 2, number 2 is American Beauty, and number 3 is probably The Sandlot. Forrest Gump's probably up there somewhere at 4 or 5.
Great movie. I can't believe one guy did all of that stuff, man.
Forrest Gump. Somebody says this is the first time they went to a theater was to see Sandlot.
Oh, that's cool.
That's sick.
Back when movie theaters were clean.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if they were clean back then, but you felt fine going
didn't know
to
as
them.
much.
You didn't know as much. Yeah, Pee Wee Herman didn't. He existed, but
You guys want to hear John Gruden geek out to
Yes.
Diego Pavia?
Obviously.
Elk. 14 elk.
Love it.
14 elk. Silva's hot.
And what if I got the fucking Albuquerque Flash?
Here we go. We got DPLA.
Oh, yeah.
DPLA.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, he loves football.
XZY banana, 40
love
degree
it.
slant dive, 51. Got it? No.
No.
You
I
lost
have
me an
no
XY
idea what
banana,
that is.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Mac. That's what he told us when we go, hey, John, what are you doing? We're on, like, what were we on? We're in the French Quarter?
Yeah.
Hey, John, you met our buddy Mac. You know him, right? Yeah, I know Mac.
I know Mac.
Who the hell are you clowns?
Ain't Mac.
Guys, if you start, guys, I'm telling you, guys, it's men.
That's right. Those two men are coming up next for an hour. Vern hits the airwaves at 11. The Royals at 12:10 against Cleveland. You got time to do it the rest of the day. Do something nice to somebody. You never know. Change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay groovy. We will talk to you tomorrow with Jay Binkley and Matt Cotrero here on 96.5 The Fan. Cheers.